right, people, 1 second. Get my headphones. Need to get my headphones. All right. Big up on yourself, everybody. Big up on yourself. Big up on yourself in the building. Big up on yourself. No, no. Yeah, man. What's going on? Missy what going here. New Day people. I think the Nation League, the Nations League is over now. We're back at it again in what? October? October-ish. We're back at it again. So until then, we're just gonna be watching our players at their clubs. People going forward, I want to know from you, like, how should we approach um keeping an eye on the prize, which is the ultimate World Cup, still able to develop, having players come through the team and win at the same time. Let me know if you think there's a way to accomplish all those things at once, because that's actually what we would want to see. No, I would want, maybe there's not much players for McClaren to work with locally. I'm wondering if he should be probably doing some coaching, um at least some coaching lessons down there in Jamaica, instruct some sessions, help out some of the young coaches in Jamaica to get better. He knows what's required of the football in Jamaica. So maybe that's something he could help out. I'm not the type of person though who like to stretch the head coaches too thin when they come to do a job, because we want to keep them focused and we don't want to overwhelming. But in the meantime, what are coaches doing like when they are home? Are they like coaching? What are they doing? We don't know what coaches are doing when they are home. So I'm assuming he could be helping out. Every coach that goes to a country should at least do some. But I'm not gonna put any pressure on McClaren. If he sees that taking up his time and it's hindering our recruitment, big up yourself, Tennessee Lewis. If it's hindering our recruitment, I wouldn't want him to do that. I would want him to focus slowly on the national team. But if he plans and said, "Hey, I want to help some coaches to learn a few things," I have no problem with that. The call is on McClaren. I'm okay with that. I don't want to put any pressure on this coach, because we see, bro, this is the fastest. Yo, the man come in and he basically shut up everybody where say Jamaica cannot play possession football. In that game when Jamaica went long against Honduras, I watched the game today again. Lee, big up yourself. When Jamaica went long, right? When Jamaica went long in that game, they needed to go long. It worked. I watched back the game. You see me, and that's how we want to go long. Still, Ethan Pinnock was going long a lot. I'm watching back the game again. Ethan Pinnock was going long a lot, but it was effective. It was effective, and that's how we know that. That's how we're gonna know how good we can be as a team. Because the potential is there. The potential is there for Jamaica to be a top team. How do you guys feel now? Are you guys feeling very confident now with the defensive two in Damian Lowe and Ethan Pinnock, right? So we want to just nail down some spots. So make we know. We're okay with that starting lineup, right? Damian Lowe, Ethan Pinnock. Let me see. Pinnock went long and break. So let me know. Are we okay with that? For now, yeah, I'm okay with it personally, but I always reserve the little risk factor for Damian Lowe, just down the line. If him lose it again, but as long as he's playing well, I support him, because that's what we need. So those two going forward, Damian Lowe and Ethan Pinnock. We can say Jamaica is settled on their center back pairing now. Okay, so we think about that. We think about those two players are guaranteed to come back. The right back position, coming back for you guys from the right back position. Dexter Lambekisa and Greg Lay. What is the solution? What do you guys think? Today, the fans, are gonna tell me the players, because I'm always the one coming out here giving you talking it up. More we are part tonight. We are reason. More hear from Uno. The right back position. Greg Lay, Lambikiso. What happens there for you guys going forward? Both of them look compatible. Owen say try Lati body here at right back. We need more depth. But I'm just saying, just throw out a name of a player or something that can really. The only player I think is Dujon Sterling. I want to see actually how he's doing at Hearts right now because I watched him in the preseason. So I just want to see how he is at Hearts this season. Yeah, because he's a player where I think he's a player that I see. I'm not gonna say he's the best at his position, but I just think he would be an upgrade for Jamaica. I think he would be a massive upgrade based on how I saw him in that Manchester United preseason game. Yeah. Let me see how many games he played. I want to just see how many games he played this season, people. Dujon Sterling, 24, 25. Okay. We have his heat map here. Because me not really do the work of player scouting, And I'm really my thing. For me check out a player, me just check him out and see. So I'm just gonna bring him up on the screen so you guys can kind of see what we're working with here. Yeah, Dujon Sterling. We can see. I think we can take a. It should give us a look at his heat map. Hold on. Let's take a look at his heat map and see how he's doing this season. Total play, 3 games. 3 matches, 2 starts, 60 minutes per game. No goals. You can see his heat map here. Seems like he operates. Yes. So wow, his heat map looks. Let me see which position him up there. Because the last time I saw him, he's playing a right back. Right? I need to make sure what position he's playing. Position. They just have defensive. Yeah, the last time I saw him play right back, but his heat map doesn't look like a right back to me, unless he's only cutting inside to cover. I don't know. That heat map look. I know it's that even the heat map they look different. That would have looked like a defender in a back 3, more a defender in a back 3 to me, hovering around that area. But yeah, he's a player that I think looks very strong, just that I've seen out there that I think could come in and help Jamaica as a massive upgrade immediately. Is this player? Out of all the, for me, this player and Mesa Greenwood, I think those are the two until we find one more player. Because Casey Palmer is gonna stick. I think if we find another good player in the middle of the park, but with this player, I kept saying to you guys, I wasn't throwing away Dexter Lambekisa, but I thought that this guy, when I saw him in the preseason, I said, "Whoa, no, God, you know, sometimes Dexter them run very hard, but they look tired after a while." I watched this guy in the game, and no tired none of them thing, bro. Him just look like a big, strong professional out there. I mean, I say, Jamaica having a player like that at the right back position, that would be really good. That would be really good. Trust me. How him a play a CDM? Yeah, but the game that I saw him in the preseason, he was playing the right back position. He was playing the right back position when I saw him. So he's another player. So Reese Nelson. So people in the upcoming weeks, we should start hearing. I think when it gets closer to October, we should start hearing whether or not Mason Greenwood will be there for the next window. I think Going down closer to October, you're gonna start hearing the Mesa Greenwood thing kind of rev up a bit more because I'm sure the documents would have come through or gone through by then if it's out and people know that Mesa Greenwood needs to be there. If that's the case, that would be good. I think Mesa Greenwood playing against Nicaragua, nice little warm up match. Maybe come score a brace, quick hat trick. Maybe just warm up the boots. Make them wrist. Just come warm up the boots. Miss them thing a different kind of ball game. Them mute their kick. a different, a different kind of ball game. Them mute their kick. Mason Greenwood now go play on that field. Okay, where's this game? Is this game at the stadium? Is it a home game for Jamaica? What about Hayden, Miles Peters, and McNeil? I haven't heard anything about those players. To be honest, lately, bro, I just haven't been trying to find out about players. I've been really just focusing on Jamaica playing this window. When Jamaica play in a window, I just focus on that, bro, to be honest. So now the window has ended. Now we can start thinking about the players that we should look to at least hear their name buzzing. Because some people might say YouTube doesn't have any impact, but I think when there's positive buzzing about a player, that also gives the coach an idea that people know who this player is, and then he looks at the player himself, and he will determine. Tyreek McGee, the next window coach Steve McClaren against Nicaragua. Tyreek McGee needs to be in the next call-up. Somebody needs to not be in the squad. I don't know who that is gonna be. Just the coach. Look at the least, the person that you want to bring back. It's your decision, but give Tyreek McGee a chance. He can mix it up against these teams. Let him get his confidence back. It might even help him to get a bigger move. Yeah, I'm saying, come on, Jairus. Even if him them up on the bench, bro. So you not even want them you on the bench, bro. Yeah, say Maggie can't even up on the bench, bro. Like, when I ask him starting, because there's not gonna be any place for him to start. But you don't think that's even possible, bro? Oh my god. Energy 876, man, I laugh like a joke thing, bro. Man, all right, maybe just skip over that. We need, yeah. Remember, Hector not supposed to be there, people. In the next window, the coach is gonna have to make a decision. It's either Hector or King. You don't need those two players. It's either Hector or King. How many more caps do King need to get the call up? He needs to get moving now. I wonder what's going on with Rudolph Speed and all those people. Maybe we can hear from a leader. Haven't chatted to leader in a while. Oh man, it would be lovely to hear leader right now. Just giving us some information as well on the schoolboy football. Because when you catch leader, then you have to get this thing going quickly. Let's see if we get leader on the line. 1 second, leader, 1 second. Just let you know that you're live. I just want to ask you a football question. Just want to let you know that I'm live. 1 second. I had to plug something in. All right, leader. Good afternoon. Everything okay?
Yeah, man.
All right, bless up. What's going on? Schoolboy football. You must be excited. Is this your time of year? Because I'm gonna have a little conversation with you now. I hope you have a few minutes.
Okay.
Conversation.
Yeah. Okay. Well, excited. It's work, It's not like once upon a time when you could go to the matches and enjoy yourself. No, you have to try to reach at 2 or 3 pitch for the day. Get a look at players and so on. So it's work,
Oh, it's work. It's work.
And I think for all the other scouts, it's a lot of work. So you can't really go and enjoy yourself like you would.
Which school you would say have the most talent right now in the Manning Cup this season?
Oh, that's easy. JC.
Okay.
They're overloaded.
They're overloaded.
Top heavy.
Our senior.
Top heavy. We have national players that will not be able to make the team.
The senior. What are they? Senior players or young players?
No, not national players. It must be youth national players.
Okay.
Will possibly not be able to meet the JC team.
Okay, okay. Wow. So yesterday loaded. So Kingston College, nothing from Kingston College this year.
No, they okay. Let me tell you how what's happening now in the football scheme of things. You have a rule that has come in called a quota rule that all schools you cannot bring in more than for football. It's there for all sports, but
Mhm.
for football you can't bring in more than three players that have already represented another school to play for your team.
Okay.
So what that means is that however your team starts,
Mm-hmm.
like normally what happens in the past is that a lot of schools they might have a go, but they can
You're breaking up, leader.
from what they start at other free. Okay,
All
so
right.
what has happened now
You,
because of that? If you're weak at under and then weak at under 16 level, it is going to just carry right through because three players alone. You hearing me?
I'm hearing you.
Yeah, three players alone cannot. Yeah, three players alone cannot substantially change the fortunes of any team that was really poor. So Kingston College, 2 years ago, it under 16, their team was extremely weak.
Okay.
So what's happening now? What the result the other day with Penwood? Penwood is okay, but they're not that great a team to be able to. They actually it was because of nerves why Kingston College,
College one. Who
was
is your
able to get.
sleeper team? George, how is George's this season? No Georges? No.
Georges is okay. The sleeper team is easy, man. That one has already. I think by Saturday we'll know if that team is truly going to be that sleeper team that nobody expected. This which could be Calabar.
Okay, yeah, I've been you're like the second or third person here say Calabar. The Costa Cup, we got to see Clarendon College still come out play their stuff but look beatable. Adembi High was basically challenging them in that game, gave them a run for their money. So I don't expect unless Clarendon grow into something else throughout the season. I don't expect them to win, man, in the Costa Cup this season, though.
They are in a similar situation like Kingston College. They normally recruit heavily. A lot of people don't realize that most of their talent for Clarendon College comes from the corporate area, Kingston or St. Catherine. They don't actually come from Clarendon, right? But they have a good program. They get them in and then they improve them as the time goes on and they play as a unit. No, because a lot of these players that are coming of age in these schools are players that would have passed for the schools during the COVID years when the recruiting was almost impossible, right? Normally, you normally have a mass recruiting at least grade 7 level or
One
something.
second,
So a
leader.
lot.
People, remember to hit the like button. This is the first time I'm stopping and asking you to hit the like button. That's very good. 100 and something of us here. Remember to hit the like button. We've been here, what, 20 minutes now? Good. We're moving along nicely. We have Mr. Paul Maxwell, coach, scout here. He knows a lot about the grassroots in Jamaica. So I always enjoy talking to him about the schoolboy football because he would have seen some of these kids before they even start to play Manning Cup and the Costa Cup. So he knows a lot about the player. Remember to hit the like button, people. Very important as it helps the video and the visibility as far as the show is concerned. Continue. As I said, sleeper team Calabar, but you were on so Lenny Hyde.
Clarendon.
Yeah, you think
Yeah,
Lenny Hyde how does it work when a coach is coaching two teams? How does it? Is it the staff coaching one because he's coaching Veer?
no,
What
it,
happened? How
it
does it work?
can work. No, they train different times. Okay, you remember Premier League is going to train in the morning. School team is going to train in the afternoon. No, man, it doesn't matter. And then another thing is that you have assistant coaches that do most of the work, and then you are basically there because most of the work would have been done during the summer, Okay, you have to remember now, that okay, let's look at a typical schedule here, right? A team would have played, say, Saturday, right? Okay, they would have gotten Sunday off. They train Monday, another training Tuesday, and then they probably play by Wednesday. So there's not so much you can really do, you know,
And the
to
six, the
at
ISA,
that stage.
the ISA effect, the 6 day rule is in effect now.
Yeah, but that is something that really it. Let me tell you now, it won't affect anything because I don't think there are any players that are going to be really in that because um few teams that normally play the schoolboys anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you don't really have you have yeah. And
Come like leader for later
them
phone
this
break up.
time
We're losing leader there for a little bit, people. We're losing leader. I guess this is internet or something. Bless up,
hello.
Mr. Jerome. Yeah, your phone went out there, leader, on that segment. Can you hear me now?
Hold on there.
Yeah. While leader get the thing
Let me
work
just
out.
move from where.
Yeah, man. Bless up, Jerome
Yeah, man, I
876.
should be okay now.
Yeah, man. Your sound.
Also now.
Yeah, man. Perfect.
Perfect now.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, so as I said, yeah, with like Mr. Hyde and I think Mr. Butler, I think they are two that would be affected, plus Mr. Williams. That's at stats. Cause you have the stats, don't be
As,
all
as you
them.
talk about Mr. Butler, we see the JFF release a thing today without it, with Veer just called Veer United. I thought it was Veer Phoenix. What that it's not
Has
been
it been
ratified.
formally changed?
It hasn't been
Has it been formally changed?
it
That's the
doesn't
first thing you need to ask. Has it been formally
formally.
changed?
Okay, so how long does that process usually takes?
I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm just saying if it's not formally changed,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm,
Um, and hold on, let me just say one thing. That is a big difference. You can have a partnership
mm-hmm.
and it's not a formal change in ownership.
Okay,
So you
or
understand? So
formal
I don't
change
know,
in the signature of the
meaning that
brand. Oh,
does Mr. Butler own a certain percentage of the club, or is he just working with the club and get his players there and that sort of thing? It's like with the arrangement with Vice, where he told us he owned a part of a club when it wasn't so. Okay?
mm-hmm.
So we have to know exactly what it is. And as I said, I don't think it has been a formal thing. I think there's a partnership so far. I don't know if it's a formal thing where players, because that's a big change in us. I don't know. I can't say.
Oh, wow.
So JFF has to go by what is on their record.
Yeah, and
Their record would more than likely have that.
I think they will just figure that out. I think they will solve that. Yeah. So Lenny Hyde down there. So you said Dintil. Them say Dintil is supposed to be the Costa Cup team.
Dintail and Glenmuir. Those are the two top teams.
Okay, Glenmuir. Glenmuir is always competitive, Glenmuir
This
with
is their year.
yeah.
This
Okay.
is their year for sure.
Yeah. And then they kind of decent last year. They weren't that bad last year.
They were one of the few teams that beat, if not even just beat, they thrashed Clarendon.
Clarendon, yeah, I remember they were one of the few teams that beat Clarendon College last year.
And
Looking at the senior team, though, leader, just talking as a fan now, in the capacity as a fan who watches Jamaica football. What were some of the positives you saw in the game against Honduras, and just some things you probably would want to see going forward, just off of football?
well, okay, what I said, the first one against Cuba didn't really impress me to that. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to see them against a position that was going to make it, I was going to actually be playing against you, not a
Mm-hmm.
team that was going to sitting back and, making you carry the game to them. So, the Honduras game, what I did like was that you really saw where the Jamaica team was to a better extent. And
Okay.
I personally was a lot more impressed with how they tried to build up from the back, especially with Blake.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember
Right.
seeing Blake play like that.
Yeah, he still look
He
a
was
little
like a
bit
sweeper.
awkward, but it works.
Yeah, but the guy was like a sweeper.
Mm-hmm.
It looked good and it was effective. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that is one positive. You see what the coach obviously is asking him to do. The only problem I am wondering is what was happening before.
No, and this is why leader we weren't afraid to come out and said Hal Grimson had to go. You remember leader? That was early when I was saying that. Because if you look at it, I was thinking, how long are we gonna wait to let him take it to a point where we can't pull it back as a nation to not damage our World Cup campaign, because we see the things in Ireland. It's going to have some of the similar struggles. The first 45 minutes in the game at the stadium, you saw what McClaren wanted to do.
Hmm. Because look here, you have some players like Casey Palmer. I'm wondering, say, well, if this is the same guy, a lot of them that you see going out there, you have to wonder
Mhm.
where were they before? Because this is the exact same squad Hal Crimson had,
Right?
but they are playing so differently. If you remember, even when we went to Dominica, it didn't look like this.
Because I don't buy
When
where they say that Jamaican players cannot pass the ball. Because when I see these guys at their club, I'm wondering what are they doing? I don't see them kicking and running. They're passing the ball. I just thought
yes,
it's the right
all work.
coach to get them to buy into it.
So at this stage, that's the other positive that I'm seeing there because I
Mhm.
had my doubts that we would see any sort of change. So we start to see a gradual change. So for me,
Mhm.
that's so the coach has had two matches and about a number of sessions. So when we see them again in October, I expect to see another step up.
And leader,
Um,
leader, to add to your point, there were two good things from this game in where we played well against Cuba. Beautiful football, didn't get the goal, but we went and fought in a hardcore Honduran environment. And that game was two phase. First 30 minutes of that game, we played McClaren football. Then we kind of reverted back a little back to our old ways in the game. But that's what was needed to get that result, actually,
to grind out
to
the result,
grind out the
grind
game in
out.
a Jamaican
Yes,
way, right?
right. So as I said, I
Mhm.
think McLaren made it clear that he wants his style would gradually come, but he's not going to make any great changes right away, which was expected. So for me,
Mhm.
what I saw, I see some positives, and I'm expecting more now for October, and then now November when I'm expecting to see the new faces.
Okay,
That's the thing now.
November is when you're expecting to see the new faces.
I'm expecting for sure that we should have some new faces in by that time. We might for October, but
Mhm.
I'm surely 100% sure we're going to have some new faces in by November.
Okay, all right. So that's when. So the next window as well. I want to ask you. You think a player like Tyreek Magee still have a chance to get into this team? Not. I'm not talking about the starting lineup. I'm talking about the squad. Based on,
Squad.
I don't know,
Ah, look here
because we're
now.
not getting Ravel back, and we still need a creative player. I look how Casey
I
Palmer is setting up deep.
that's what I'm saying now. Wow. I okay. Look at it this way. Okay, we saw Jamal Lowe was in the team before. He was dropped out. He got a second chance.
Hmm.
I'm not convinced that he made use of the second opportunity. I think his better time had come before. I, I think Maggie has been seen by a number of coaches. I don't see a reason why we would have a look at him also. I would actually give him, but let's look at who he how he does in the meantime because another thing I have to remember,
Yeah, he's
and
in
I've
the
mentioned to
USL.
some people,
He's
he's
playing
in
in
the
the
USL.
USL. He's playing.
USL is like at 100 and what is it? I sent a ranking the other day. It's not
Yeah,
below the
we're
JPL,
not gonna use
but
that
it's
though,
not
leader.
far. But
We,
I just saying, no, seriously, USL. Um, even though you can have players that do play in it, but I'm just saying it depends on opposition because you
yeah,
can play. Go.
Nicaragua. You know, think him can play in a game like against Nicaragua, man. Come on, we're not playing Barcelona.
Uh,
It's Nicar.
the
It's
next
Nicar.
game is going to be what French Guyana after that, right?
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna beat them two
I'd
right
have him in
now.
the squad,
Me can say we, even if we get, but we still leader. We are keeping it on a light note. But don't you think even next window you would still at least want one more player to come in? Even if we get one player, somebody who can just help us to try something else, to try,
Okay.
you know?
What we expect to see, right, is that I know the coach is going to be looking at because that's one thing he's doing now. He's looking at who was there before and so on, and then making
Mhm,
up his mind and so on. So we're going to see some changes
mhm,
from this team, of course. And I think he very well, you know, the only problem with Ravel is that Ravel has stopped playing for so long because there are other players that were there that are not
Yeah,
with
Michael
that club,
Hector wasn't with our club.
but he didn't play him,
No, he didn't play him. Yeah, I'll have
right?
Ravel in my team and I'm playing. That's okay, man.
So if I
Yeah,
don't
he's
know
not
because
gonna. I don't think he's gonna. I don't know if he's gonna step out and talk to Ravel. But you see, the thing with Ravel, I don't think nobody. Does anybody in Jamaica actually have contact with that guy?
I don't know.
Ravel, like nobody
I,
just. I think somebody has to just literally contact him and find out
I think they have
what's his
people that
position.
speak to the agent or something like that, but the player himself, I don't think so. I think it's a lot of time people have to go through agents. I don't know if that's not direct because he's not like some of the other
I'm gonna
guys.
find out who his
I don't.
agent is and see if we can reach out to his agent. All right. I'll find out.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I think you have to probably can. Yeah, I'll find out who is his agent and see because that guy needs to just resurface, man. Um, but so you're saying, leader, for you, it's okay. Um,
yeah, man.
everybody going forward with what you have, you wouldn't. You say you wouldn't
No,
bring back
well, you need changes. There have to be changes, but gradually, as I said, I want to see a couple more from this one, and then between the next match and November, I
Mm,
expect I'll be satisfied with 6 changes to the team that was there, and that should be it.
yeah,
Six
yeah.
total, not at one time. Maybe two. If two more people can get a look in, I would have a look in at a Maggie. I would even call a Ravel and get a
Yeah,
look. Just
yeah.
get a look at them in training at least. I don't see a problem.
Yeah, something like we just yeah, but I think somebody has to just talk to the coach as well. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like because but maybe the coach just feel like him probably we don't even know if him can handle for
Coach
Ravel.
knows Ravel probably better than all of us,
Yeah, and maybe the
Just figure
coach
that part out.
right? The coach maybe are like Jesus Christ, me no want to get a headache here with me, you know.
So that's another thing too with this coach here. He knows some of these players better than
Oh,
anybody
yeah,
else.
yeah.
Because we only see them for a short period. He has known some of these guys for a very long.
Right back position for you. You okay with it?
Ah, okay. I have always had some issues. I would invest with Limbakisa. You saw where one of the things with him also by not playing, he's with a club, but he's not playing.
Mhm.
Look here, if you're not playing regularly, you're going to have much fitness issues when you come to these matches. And I
Yo,
think that's one of the things that is also affecting some of our
Me
guys.
see Honduran drag down Casey Palmer in the game, and Casey Palmer realized that he was in a different football game. And that's what I was telling people about CONCACAF. You see, if they can't beat you, you're gonna make sure you know that you're in a
Mm-hmm.
football game.
Yeah, because look here, CONCACAF. Okay, if you notice that when teams try to get to play, they go to the World Cup or they play certain
Mm.
teams in certain competitions. That's what Jamaica get because they want to get a CONCACAF team to get that type of know what to expect. You understand? It's as simple as that. They have to know what to expect because
brain drain,
CONCACAF is different.
brain drain, you're wicked, you know, man. Brain drain said, last time I heard of Ravel, he was driving with a disabled dead man's parking permit.
Yeah, I don't know how that case reached. Yeah, he had a parking.
Yeah.
It's a court case. It's an actual active
Yeah, me
court case
know,
going
man.
on.
I think them. I think him get charged or something for it, man. Me
Yeah,
say,
he was
me
charged. I
say,
don't know if it's free now, but
yeah, like you see me. People may actually if we bring on Nile, with a brother there, Nile Ranger. If we bring on me, I do an interview with him one of these days on the show. Like this guy is like Ravel as well. I've been linking up with that guy, and they're kind. When you hear and that stuff, like when you hear Ravel do that, you're like, what is he thinking? Like, right? No, say I think
look
leader.
here. I think even what I think what made it worse when they described the type of vehicle he was driving, and
Yeah.
it was in the handicap spot. It just would set off a red flag.
Yeah. Go see that the handicap spot a big fat Hardy. They must see this disabled person that push this. Yeah, they had to track him. But on a serious note though, leader, with the forward line. You're okay with the forward line, but you didn't have anybody else with Dexter. You said we know we're
No,
gonna
you don't have
invest in
anybody
him.
else. Yeah, we're going to invest in him so far.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
want to see at least one other good option, right? That's what I'd love to see there, and especially at the left back. I am waiting on Tariq Mitchell. Right, I'm waiting.
Didn't Tyreek
I
Mitchell
expect.
get a call up for England?
Did he? Did he?
I don't know. I think he was on one of those lists. I don't know. Disabled people can't do.
Well,
Oh
let's see.
God, yes,
Let's see. I'm
trouble,
trying.
yes, man.
Anyway,
Mm.
what I can say is that in the wing back positions, we still need a little strengthening there. We definitely need a CDM, at least not even one, two, right?
No, you didn't
And
go. Yeah.
so, but up front,
So you all right with
okay.
Latibodier in there?
Well, the thing is, if you notice, a lot of these guys look different under the new coach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you pick up that.
Mm-hmm.
They do look different. Even some of those that we really criticize heavily, they looked a lot better than how they normally looked. So
Yeah.
let's see. I still would give him some time, but I would
Yeah.
probably want to play Latibadier at the right back.
And the thing with Latibodier, he has become so valuable to the team where it's really hard to see him on the bench because what the coach does with him, he slides back into a natural back three, or when Damian Lowe
Mm-hmm.
goes high up the field and Jamaica loses the ball, I think the coach tell Damian Lowe to stay there and tackle. Joel Latibodier drops in as a natural center back. I saw them do that in that game. So I'm saying, like, if you have him out of that position, you then lose that ability again. You know what I mean? So it limits your flexibility
Yeah.
there. So him kind of make himself really valuable.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think we let the coach solve that the one. To be honest, me not even feel like more want put pressure on the coach with this. But I do think though I don't think him and Bobby Reed can be in the same midfield.
No, not at all. No,
Yeah.
definitely can't.
I will compromise people. I will compromise and say Joel Latibodier. We can live with Joel Latibodier for now in the middle, but we can't have him and Bobby Reed, where Bobby Reed is a workhorse as well. We need another creative player out there to make that front three trigger a bit more. You see me? And Leon Bailey coming back. We don't think maybe if he will come back October. Maybe he'll come back in the November window as
November.
well. Mm-hmm. Leon Bailey
November.
coming back. I think that's gonna be massive. But it's okay. I think Leon Bailey should just take another game off. I want to see another half from Norman Campbell again. I want to give him another.
Yeah, I'd give him another chance. I think everybody deserves.
Yeah, he deserves
Especially
another
with the
chance.
new coach.
Yeah.
Especially with the new coach to see how they do under him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. You understand? I think so, because at one stage I was writing off Casey Palmer, and I saw a different player the other day.
Right now, we need Jamaica to be unbeaten for like a long time. Right now, Jamaica, if you think about going through this entire year being unbeaten, no, like from here on out, for the rest of the year, we should be unbeaten. I think we shouldn't lose any more football games for this year because I think our team is moving in the right direction. I think it comes down to no leader. From the coach can tweak the personnels, we should be good. And Hal Grimson was very good at that. The way he brought in players and he didn't bring in a mass group of players all the time and disrupt the base of the team. He always bring in 2, 3 max. So I think
That's what
McClaren.
good coaches. Most that's how they're going to do it. They know they can't really. Everyone, I'm saying this at this window. Try another 2 here or there and so on, and then see how it goes. But the thing with November window, that's when the big goes. You find it's where everything, is up at that time. So we carry it. So that's what's the key thing with November.
Okay. The next window is October, November. I know, but there's a window in November as well, right?
Yeah, November. That's why I said that's when we're going to come up with the other
there's
teams.
There's another window in October. I know the next window is October, right? So you're telling me that there's another window in November as well.
Yes, November is a window when we're going to come up against the USA, etc., the other teams that aren't in it now. You
Oh,
understand?
that's the quarterfinal.
Right.
Right.
So that's the part where we're really going to step up at that stage.
So we
That's
really need them players there by then. Okay, that's the time then. So that's
yes.
what we need to look at then for the quarterfinals down there, because we're gonna be beating these other teams. Our maximum, whatever happens, the worst case scenario draw, we draw. But I don't care who we play in the semifinals. I'm just ready for this Jamaica team to play one of those good teams while having our all our good players. We have been kind of unlucky as well, for the past couple of years. We've been missing key players at key times. We've been a bit unlucky. Remember, we missed a Demari Gray going into that semi-final games against the United States. He was on a card from the Canada game. We missed a
You haven't had the
Shama.
same Damari Gray back as yet, you know that. You realize it.
No, yeah, I told people that Demari Gray, he has to get in the gym and get back to Demari Gray. He's looking like he's heavy.
It's not the same guy right now. So we have to hope that we get back the one that we had when he just came. We don't have time, but that is one of the things why you need some depth. So that when a player falls off, because that will happen,
You see that,
right?
leader?
But hmm
Because guess what? And look how impactful Demari Gray was in the team. And that's why I'm like, you cannot just hinge your hat on one player. That's why it's important to have a good overall team.
hmm well, what I can also say is that um, hold on there, please.
It would be nice to get the players in the October window before the quarterfinals. Okay. All right. All right
Mhm.
with anyone at that. It would be nice Jay Saguna as well. But just thinking about the time crunch, bro, we are already almost
Mhm.
midway September. We're midway September almost, bro. Before you know it. So by the time you look October window, players getting final documents and the new documents them drop already, right, leader?
Well, let's. I can't say on that.
You know what? So me
One
have to
thing,
give
hold
one
on,
of
before
them
I
big
forget enough, let me
question
say
then.
one thing.
Mm,
Let me say one thing here, quick, because you mentioned the forward line.
mm,
So far, I can tell you, Mikel Antonio will be a CONCACAF bully for a while. He
mm,
still has a lot. They don't like playing against him.
mm, mm, mm,
They definitely will not like playing against him. So he will, but we need the backing. You have to remember how old he is now,
mm.
right? So, but he will be that bully that we need there. We need somebody else
And you
now
know
to
what's
help.
crazy now, leader, looking at this team? When a Leon Bailey comes in and Mesa Greenwood, I think even Demari Gray might end up on the bench.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. Look here, right now, you have to
Wow.
be playing them all the way out. If you can have a team and you can say, okay, after 50, 60 minutes, you can bring on and you can rotate it, you guys
Mm,
keep the
mm,
legs
mm.
fresh.
We have
You're
those
going to have a
players.
lot of, yeah. Can you imagine one game you start Leon, the next one you can say start. I
Start.
mean, you understand?
Yeah.
Your legs, nobody's going to want to play against,
Jamaica.
these guys. Cause, yeah,
And we're
because
gonna
that's one of the
always have a
things.
player who we can change to impact the game if another player is not
hmm
firing. That's another important thing.
hmm I'm starting to see something where um, that DNA part of our thing with the pace.
Mm,
I'm seeing now why Honduras is unable to match us. 'Cause I remember I was in
mm,
I'll say it, Mr. Speed's office, and he mentioned something once, and I laughed, and
mm.
he said, seriously, when you look at the 100-meter finals, how many people from Honduras you see in the finals?
Yeah,
No, seriously, you understand
yeah.
that sort of thing. How many Mexicans? So when you play against all these, you are not going to be able to match them technically
Kali,
and
always.
play that free. But that other aspect that you have with the size now
Mm.
and the pace, the natural pace,
You can,
it is significant. It is that deal difference now.
and I
I
said after
remember back,
30 minutes in the game, I think Jamaica kind of slowly kind of reverted back to that.
yeah,
And McClaren, I think I was watching a press conference where he even said early he loved how Jamaica controlled the game in the first 20. I thought it was up to the 30, but he said the first 20. So he saw that that's how I want Jamaica to be playing all the time when they step out on the field. You know what I mean?
It will get there. Look here. Okay, let me just tell you one thing. The JFF itself, if it was up, they already know that between when McClaren came going into next year, the chances are that they might not have done well with the Nations League, but they were willing to sacrifice that to make sure that the World Cup stays intact. You understand? I can tell you that much. That's the plan, that at least the World Cup stays in. So even if these are going to be used as a practice matches to go up, the important thing is
no, but we need
World
to
Cup.
qualify for the Gold Cup as well, you know.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That was one of my misgivings when I heard that they wanted to change the coach, and I said, "Wow, at this stage, maybe it might backfire." I said, "No, well, now is the time to do it. You can't wait too
Even
long."
if Jamaica has to play qualifiers, Gold Cup qualifiers, I have no
Yeah, man, it'll be
problem
good.
with because
It'll
you
be
know
good.
because that would be a lot. Because I think, leader, what Jamaica also needs is more games together. Is it me I say? So if Jamaica if you go to the quarterfinal, you're in the World Cup, the Gold Cup automatically, right? Right, leader. Okay, I think we lost. Leader is on hold. In leader, if you qualify for the Gold Cup, you qualify for the Gold Cup and you go a quarterfinal, right? A Nations League.
Yeah, no, I didn't hear. What about if you qualify for the World Cup?
From you reach the quarterfinals of the Nations League, you're automatically qualified for the Gold Cup,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
All right, that makes sense. So, yeah.
Right. So technically after the next two matches, we should be in the Gold Cup. So after that, now is the real part where we want to see if we can go one step better than the third place.
Leader, I actually want
That
Jamaica to win the Nations League. I think it's winnable.
I think so too.
I think it's winnable, to be
See how
honest.
that is.
Hey.
Look here, we could have gone to the finals. Look here, that match against USA, we could have gone to the finals, and I can see that it was just, believe me, that time when I saw that the time changed with when we had it, and I just saw that the clock change and all. No, I can't understand. Nobody can explain to me what happened there. It wasn't extra time. It wasn't the clock literally changed. I couldn't understand. No, nobody could explain that
Every
part to me.
USA always I do some like a clock business,
That
whenever.
one was, I still can't understand. I was there watching the thing, and it wasn't extra time. We just saw mysteriously the clock change. We just couldn't understand what happened. But it was one of those things.
Yeah, and I think we can win it, and I think we need to win the Gold Cup as well. We need to try to win the Gold Cup as well if we can. Why not? It's there for the taking.
Well, we have been to two consecutive finals. The teams weren't as talented as these, probably better, hardworking. So we can do it, of course. And I think the team that Schaefer had was possibly one of those better teams because it went all the way, and I think this one might very well be able to surpass it because we have been there, no, and I think now is the time to see how far we can really go.
And the coach was just a bad coach as well. We were there with a bad coach who didn't manage the game. Remember, he didn't manage the USA game and bring on the youth when he Tavon Gray, who come and just drop. He man run the ball and just drop. That just out of nowhere.
Well, as I said, let's see how it goes. Anyway, JT, I'm gonna go here.
All right, my boss.
We'll talk. Yeah, man. Okay.
That was leader, people. That was leader giving us a prime update.
Yeah, JT.
Yeah, man. Where are David? Where are David?
Yeah, man. You good?
Yeah, man. Me there, Where are David?
Well, I feel like we really need Reese Nelson, bro.
Because
Reese Nelson would bring such balance to the team, family.
Reese Nelson.
Yeah, man. We really need him, bro.
I don't know, bro. You see, if Reese Nelson come, I want to actually watch more of Reese. I actually want to see more of Reese Nelson at Fulham. to be honest. That's what I want to see. Because I think we're just stuck. I think a lot of people are stuck on the idea of Reece Nelson at Arsenal. I want to see Reece
No, bro.
Nelson play some football. Right now this season, I'm gonna be watching the next Fulham game. Did he play in the last one?
No, listen. I've been tracking Reece Nelson from he was 17 when Wenger had him. And
Hmm.
he was ahead of Saka. He was ahead of Joe Willock. He was ahead of Emil Smith Rowe.
So what happened? What
But
what made him fell off?
you see, for me, football or sports
Hmm.
is about luck. Like what Joe Willock did tell me one time.
Hmm.
When you are come up in the ranks, it's luck, bro, because so many people fighting for that one position that you playing.
Hmm.
It's all come down to the liking that coach have for you. So when Wenger had him, Wenger used to use him more than how every other coach used him. And he went on loan to Hoffenheim in Germany and did his thing. So he's a quality player, bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
Lee
man.
said he
Business
got
has been
injured.
around, man.
Lee said he got
Yeah,
injured.
and injury is always one of his setbacks. But he seemed to not be injured
Yeah.
regularly like
I
before. So
just don't think. I think when Leon Bailey is back, though, I just don't think he walks into the team. He's gonna walk into this team based on how he's playing at club. Trust me, bro.
I think for me, JT, I think we using the wrong choices of words
What do you
to
mean?
say walk in because
Me mean
the
walk
bench
into the
is
team,
fragile.
like walk into the starting 11. When I say walk in, me mean walking into the starting 11, bro.
Yeah, so I'm adjusting that. All things are possible, you know why?
Hmm.
Against Cuba, our bench was shallow, bro. Shallow. So it show you that we have space for upgrade. We have space for
Yeah,
more.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. And
Yeah. So
them have to go make some tough decision too, bro. Them have to go make
and remember Liam Bailey. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
They're gonna have to make some tough decision with some players because, and listen, and this is not gonna be the coach's fault. It's just, bro, the projection of how far Jamaica can go is just gonna
Mhm.
end up. Some players are gonna become casualties. They're gonna,
Exactly.
they're gonna become casualties based on Jamaica's potential of being a massive team. You see me? Because you can't be stuck in your career and a team is going up, or going up. You're gonna
Are you not
become,
improving?
and you're not improving. So automatically some players will get left behind. And we don't want to say, oh, and like we are sure with the players them. It's just that's how football is. The game is, even when you have an academy or you have a team, they're always bringing in people to try out. And if you don't know
So
what
it's
you
not like
do,
you're sorry. It's not like you're sorry for Ugo get left out.
no, it's not like, but sometimes
They
people have
got their
said,
chances.
no, sometimes people have said, JT, you're harsh with the player. Them, I
No,
say, me not really harsh. It's just football, bro. People just
it's
get left
sports.
behind.
It's sports. If you're not moving with the pace
Hmm.
before the sports moving, you're gonna get left behind.
Yeah, that's just sports, man. And
That's
that
just
happened
sports
to
them
anyone
play.
away too. Anyone away who go try out. People, you ever been to a tryout? Me been to a tryout already where me feel like me play well and coach not pick me. You see me? And that's so it goes sometimes when it come on to
All right,
football.
I'm going to show you our football. What we are reasoning now is a classic example of what happened with Norman Campbell. To
Hmm.
me, I feel like the coach like Norman Campbell.
Yeah, yeah. He said
So
he
Norman
watched him
Campbell
in Denmark.
is, yeah, Norman Campbell is going to be around the team. But then other coaches never
Rate
use him
him.
like, oh,
Yeah, them never
yeah.
see him. Yeah, yeah, them. The man call
So
him
every
one
coach,
time, I think. No, that was when Anthony Grant that was Anthony Grant and the Tapa. I think that was the last time he played in a game in Mexico for Jamaica. And he
yeah, I
was,
think Tapa they call him.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
Tapa
Norman
they call
Campbell
him.
has some things that he has to work on as well. You see me? I say Norman Campbell needs to work a little bit on just his ball handling. Okay, you notice? Because he might move so fast, sometimes he doesn't really grasp the ball. Because I watch back the game today, But remember, I'm a fan of this. youth, but I know that he comes with some of those same little problems that CFAS have. But I
Yeah.
still believe that Jamaica has to have a player like this on the field sometimes.
Have to have a player like Norman Campbell
You have to
or
have a
Steve
player
Farr.
like this
Have to.
on the team. He's not gonna start all the time, but trust me, a Norman Campbell, and trust me, you know why the coach is gonna really like Norman Campbell? The press that he gives him.
Repress. Repress. Exactly.
Mm.
Because Antonio, I don't know why we afraid to knock the English ballers. But Antonio don't press the way we need him to press. He doesn't press. Just watch how he move in the games.
I think
He's
he's
not
just
a presser.
maybe you think he's just a bit old, and he's just not
Yeah,
have the
bro.
legs. He probably don't have the legs
Bro,
anymore.
after playing for so many years at that level, bro, your legs give way, bro. Right? And we need persons up top who are gonna press.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you have your attackers pressing, then the opponent has to now revert to plan B. So
Mm-hmm.
they're not gonna be comfortable center back a pass to right back, left back,
Mm-hmm.
and they can run through the channels easy.
Mm.
That's why Andreas was able to pounce on Greg Lee so easily, because their centre back was giving their left back the ball, and by the time the ball turn over and then
Mm-hmm.
get it back, they at Greg Lee again. They at Greg Lee again.
Okay. Them at Gregory, them they depend him like white pan
Then they
right.
find like yeah,
People,
that's
people, hit the like button for the video. Hit the like button for the video. We're gonna bring in Rose as well for the discussion.
yeah,
People
man,
hit the
we need research the car. We know Mason go forward.
1 second. Mobi boss. Hold on, because I remember say me run like a show yesterday. People
Yeah.
hit the like button on the video. Yo, Jairus, big up yourself, my boss. Owen, Conrad, Lee, everybody, Avis, Flavor Max Pass 2, Javan, Wilson, big up yourself, my boss. Thanks for the super chat. And thanks to Brain Drain again, as well. I think him give me a super chat. Bless up yourself, Brain Drain. Um, Dean Fraser, J.S. Oguna, everybody in the comment section. Bless up on yourself. Anybody who's watching from anywhere around and you're a fan of Reggae Boys football, thanks for joining us. It's another day. And I know as all of us as fans, it's actually a beautiful thing, bro. To the team is finally coming together. And I want the people them to understand that we weren't talking madness, bro. It wasn't because we wanted to be on YouTube and I beat the coach. Hal Grimson was just not the guy, and we're past that. I don't hear anybody have a problem with this coach. Like, bro, we find the coach. The coach is there, bro. Like, I don't see what the coach can do. The coach set up the team, and bro, it's gonna come down to the guys who wants to be out there the most and consistent the most. That's what's gonna happen with this Jamaica team, and that's what we wanted. And nobody cannot come and say that the JFF is picking this team either. I can tell this is the coach's team. You see what I say? I can tell that the coach is like, okay, all right, boom. Now we's gonna start to work out the thing. I don't hear nobody complaining about the coach. So that's why we were telling you guys that Hallgrim, so you see, he's running the same roadblock. He's running the same roadblock in Ireland. This is the kind of expressive football. Bro, Casey Palmer, as what we're in leader says, look like a totally different player. We did a call for Casey Palmer get dropped under Hal Grimson. We were calling for Casey Palmer to get dropped under Hal Grimson. That's how defensive the man had. I don't remember seeing Casey Palmer taking the ball off the center back. I think once in the Honduras game. It might have happened a lot. But I remember seeing Casey Palmer very deep for Jamaica under Hal Grimson taking the ball off the center back. For some reason, when Pinnock, Jamaica's defense is pushing up high now up the park, where he doesn't have to come all the way back down to the 18 to collect the football. Ethan Pinnock is bringing the football to the half line because they're knocking it around. So Jamaica is doing some good things there. but still room for improvement. I still always operate on the side of caution when it comes on to football. Because you see, football now, you don't get too ahead of yourself too quickly. You know, we still drew a game with Cuba, and we won a game against Honduras, but it was two perfect contrasts. It was a perfect test. We had to grind out a game away down in a hostile environment in Honduras, and we drew a game at home that we had 70% ball possession. But this also showed that the answer for Jamaica is right in the middle for that. You see what I say? It's right down the middle. The answer is there. The balance between having that grit that we had down there in Honduras to get the results and get the goal, and having enough of the ball possession we had against Cuba. That's where the balance. Let's bring in Rose, and then we bring you back in again, Mobile Boss. Rose, you there? Your mic is muted.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm here, man. I just muted my mic. Yeah. So JT, yeah, man. With regards to the window, I think, as I say, we can see the coach's style of play. We can see certain things coming through. I think maybe the coach never articulated his style of play very well, but in terms of how we saw it on the pitch, we saw a position-based style, high pressing when we lose the ball,
Yes.
and you also see, I think he's trying fluid positional ball game as well, fluidity in position. So I feel like sometimes you see Amari Bell pushes up and tucks inside, and then you see Casey Palmer goes further up the pitch. So I think sometimes when you see that, some people might be saying the player is playing out of position.
Don't
But
you
in
think we can get
actuality,
a bit
the
more?
play,
We can get a little bit more to Amari Bell going forward. I would think.
yeah, yeah.
Because
I
that's you
think
see
I
that's the
think we
danger now sometimes when players play in a back three at their club and you have them playing wing back. Sometimes they just so get accustomed to staying deep, staying back because they've been playing in a you see me I say? That's why sometimes you actually the coach is telling them push up. Because that's a thing you have to remind players when you play football, you know. Because if you are playing like let's say you're playing a left wing 90% of
mhm.
your time at your club and you go back into a team and the coach is having you playing a left back, a left wing back, you're gonna start to cheat a lot, pushing up the park sometime and not even realizing that you're out of position because you're accustomed to being up the park. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But as I said, still, in terms of what the greatest part of it is that they can see what the coach is doing. So
Yeah.
when you see what the coach is doing, when the different personnel come in, you can understand what the coach wants. Because I think the coach still needs to get another right back. I don't know where that guy Dujan Sterling is in the process if he has documents or anything, but we need another right back, JT, because the first game, Limbikisa was like, I don't understand if people don't realize that that is why the coach never started him or played him in the second game
Yeah. It's not his
because he
fault,
was
you know.
out
It's
of it.
not his fault. He's just right now not playing competitive football, you know, because he's the future, you know. He's one of them youths that we're not gonna leave behind. He just have to understand where we are now. I think he comes back, but because based on the pool, I think he comes back based on the pool. But I think that right back position for Jamaica is gonna heat up. It's gonna become competitive over there.
Yeah. I think like I saw the kid do John Sterling, and I think he's a natural right back. So if you could have two persons fighting for the position, JT, I think that would be good.
Mm.
Greg Lay being experimented at the right back position. Greg Lay has 1 foot, and if you have 1 foot, you
Mm.
can't play. You can't. I don't think you're going to be effective in that position because I think that is why Norman Campbell started. Because I think the coach was thinking start Norman Campbell because he's going to play Gregory at the right back. So Norman Campbell would be the one
Go
to
to
whip
help
in
to
the
track
crosses.
back. Yeah.
Yeah, but he whip in the crosses as well because Gregory would not cross the ball because he doesn't have a right foot to cross the
Yeah, he
ball.
cannot cross it
You
in the
understand?
right foot. Yeah.
Yeah. So he would not be able to cross the ball. And if you notice, I think Norman Campbell never crossed the ball a lot. And I think he should have done it more. Because the one cross that he did when he not make the player, that was the one that led to a goal.
Yeah. Jairus Ian Frey. What's his name? Ian Frey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Inter
Ian Frey,
Miami.
that player. I was keeping track of that player. You know, he got injured and then he went back and he did his rehab and then he played for a bit and got injured again. And I don't know what happens there. And they were being very cautious with him at his club at Inter Miami. Based on what I was reading, they actually didn't thought it was a good idea for him to be going out to play football as much. I don't know where he's currently now, what the situation is, but he did look good. He's playing now. All right, he's playing now. Isn't he back? I didn't know that. Oh, you know, I wasn't tracking him. What position is he playing now? Ian Free. I know he's quite versatile.
He's playing central defensive, central defender, centre back. Because I think he played defensive midfield. He started out in, and I think he played right back at one point in time. But I think he's playing central centre back right now. So he's very versatile. He's 6 feet tall as well, you know. So he's a mountain of a man, and he's 22 years old.
Yeah, but how tall is
So
Ethan Pinnock, bro?
yeah, then imagine you have Ethan Pinnock and you have a next 6 footer. You can't.
Yeah,
So
but
so
when we think we have to actually think about what you're gonna bring him in the team for, though, because then we end up with another center back again. So it's like what role is
I
he
would bring
coming
him
in to play?
I would bring him in the team for if I would bring him in the team as a defensive midfielder because it is something that he actually played
And when you
before.
talk about
So
6 feet, brother, me live a Scandinavian, you know, dog. Even people are like 6'5", 6. You see me? 6'2", 6'3". So when me
no,
say
the
six
reason why I
feet, I
said
say
the reason why I
what?
said this. All right, so the reason why I said 6 feet, JT. If you look at the Mexicans are
Bro,
short.
there's a
The pan,
15-year-old 6 feet center back coming to play for Jamaica from England. 15-year-old, 6 feet tall. So that's not, and he's not done growing yet.
no, I think people when them people are say, oh, 6 feet is not a mountain. The players in CONCACAF region, Costa Rica don't have. I doubt Costa Rica have a 6 feet, 6 footer. I doubt Mexico have a 6 footer. I doubt the Panamanians have a 6 footer either. Right? And some of these other
Yeah, man,
countries,
the Panamanians have 6-footer defenders, man.
them probably have it, but I'm saying Costa Rica and Mexico, they're more diminutive in stature. Why do you think you see them play the football a certain way? So dead ball situations, we should be dominating against them.
You know, but the Mexican them we play football tend to not be too the kind of short Mexican them, you know. Cause Jimenez and them man they not too short neither. Jimenez them and them 6 feet, you know, bro.
Listen.
You don't know if you think about 6 feet as like massive, bro. I don't know. But yeah, I think
no,
about 6
not
feet.
think it. I'm not saying thinking of it as massive.
Yeah, how tall are you? How tall are you?
Yeah,
How tall? Huh? How tall are
I'm
you?
back.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I'm 5'10", man. I'm not tall.
Okay, that's the 6 feet thing. Okay, yeah, man. So we kind of get sidetracked there. Costa Rica, big baller. Yeah, man. Like up the live, people. Like up the live, and share. I think you mean Guatemalan. Okay, yeah, man. The Guatemalan, the Mexican, them to me. We always hear people say some short Mexican, and I see some big Mexican we play against Jamaica. No, bro. I don't think the the Mexicans, them are also the Spaniards, right? The Tinos, they're a mixture of different kind of people, and them also mix with some of the Spaniards from Spain. And the Spaniards from Spain are not just short people. They're Europeans. Isn't it? Some of them. So me don't know. But she have 5'7" people I say. So we are saying now Mobia boss.
Yeah, I reflect on something. For me, I believe in a man camera. And if him come already a finished product, it means therefore that he made a perfect and nobody now go perfect. So I'm a believer in him. Him just needs somebody to give him confidence. A coach who goes say, look, go there, make a mistake. I'm still happy with all you perform. Sometimes a coach is too rigid on a player. Like the player is so tense. He believe if he make a mistake, he now go play the next game and go up on the bench. He now go back to the team. And I like how Norman play. I like how him play. Him show
Mm-hmm.
fight, him show grit, PS. Just
Him
he
show a
said,
look away. Oh, me that want to see Bobby Reed more active. Him show a more active version of Bobby Reed.
because him younger. Him
Mm.
younger.
I'm sure a
Him
more
younger, him
active
have more
version of Bobby Reed.
faster. Yeah, him faster, him younger.
Dean
Yeah.
Fraser. Yeah, man, but me know say I want Reese Nelson in, bro. But man, I'm just wondering, like, when Leon Bailey comes back, that's why I'm telling you, bro. The impact for Reese Nelson, brother, how Reese Nelson plays at club this season is very important, brother. Because this man hasn't been playing any competitive football. So now you have to catch up back to the ball game. You see me? Remember, I know he might go compete against a Leon Bailey. We are going to play a Champions League football. You know, at them ball, and then you have a Mason Greenwood, then leading goal scorer.
I get that. However, bear in mind that next year a lot of football go play internationally. Remember, 6 teams in an hour in a each zone, you know, for the Nation League. 6 teams, right? So go play each team home and away, right? The 5 other teams go play them home and away, right?
Yeah, man. See, the people that must say 2-6. Dre anyway, that said 2-6 feet forward in our U15, bro.
Plus World Cup next year, and then you have World Cup qualifiers. A lot of football, bro. Some players go unavoidable absent, personal reason, injury.
Sad thing for Leon, he will have to get back to fitness. Yeah, because it's that's the worst thing to where people don't understand. Sometimes when you see players when they get injured, sometimes why you see how players take so long to catch back them gear. It's because the injury sometimes it's a mental thing. We mess up your rhythm out there as a player. You don't know if you can really stretch the hamstring, go your full speed, so it's in your head a little bit. So I expect for even when Leon Bailey is back, I expect for about 3 games. I think the coach will slowly probably inject him back in. And after the 3rd game, if they really even push the hamstring a few times and them see if it works. And because that's the hamstring, bro. It's like it's that
delicate. It's delicate.
Yeah.
The part of the body, yeah.
We can select Nelson to come play midfield.
But that's where I was going. That's where I'm thinking you can play.
No, the man I say you can't select him to play midfield. He's a squad player. That is what the commentator say.
You're saying he's a squad player. I read the comment backward, brother. The man is saying
so you have
can't
him as a
come.
squad player.
But he's a squad player. The man not playing no ball game. I tell you, say, actually, Arsenal, the man, brother, you lose your brain cell them. India Fulham now, more be a boss. So now a Fulham,
India Fulham now, man.
Yeah, man, him Smith Road, a Fulham. So him have a good chance now of getting playing time because they actually brought him in, but he's there on loan, and I'm assuming that Arsenal would say in the contract that this loanee has to play at least this amount of games, because those are important things to put in your contract. If you're gonna send out a player on loan, why are you gonna send him go bench somewhere else?
Go bench.
Yeah, you have to say, okay, he has to play this amount of game. That's why sometimes people don't see that loan deals are not just straightforward a lot of times, because there's things that the player want. Maybe the player is like, okay, I start 50% of the season, 50% a game, and I have to fight for my spot for the next 50. I'm not playing at my club anyway. That's a deal. You probably want to start the first set of 50% of your games going in, right? So if you're playing well, the coach can't really take you off the field at the end of the day. So it's on you how well you, how far you go on loan. Like Omari Hutchinson, he took that chance. He took that deal and he maximized that. Reece Nelson is complete with soccer. He will become competing with Bailey. He will be competing with Bailey, Greenwood, and Gray. Yeah, but Reece Nelson is gonna be, if Demari Gray doesn't come back in better shape, then Reece Nelson comes in a better shape than him. Because, bro, if we had a Demari Gray that was firing in the Gold Cup. But bro, you see how this is why people respect the Premier League as the top league around the world, you know. Remember, he was still coming off that Everton form, you know. You know what I mean? And him still did have the Everton fitness day time, right?
Let me tell
Yeah,
you,
he just moved to Saudi Arabia and he was still came from
JT,
Everton.
JT,
Yo, man,
you
here.
see, my observation of it, is the same thing reaching Liam Bailey when he played for Jamaica.
Mhm.
And you know, look the way I'm looking at Aston Villa, he started to reach Demar Gray because you notice since Liam Bailey not in the team, Demar Gray drop off because you need midfielders who go support your wingers and our midfielders not supporting the wingers.
And
So
guess
it's not
what?
even just Demar Gray and Liam Bailey.
And him a pick up not for the double team them Leon Bailey used to pick up.
Exactly. So
So
it's like a ripple effect.
yeah,
Oh,
the game
when
get
we have
ugly
good
for
midfielders, our wingers will look better in the national team.
yeah. And it is, and even
Because
when Leon Bailey comes back, we will get a more fire in Demari Gray. The question for me and the people them always gonna beat me with that one, yeah, but for me, Bobby Reed has to give up that spot, bro. For me, I think that's where we're gonna play a Mesa Greenwood, Leon Bailey on the right, Mesa Greenwood down the middle, behind Mikel Antonio, and Reese Nelson and Demari Gray fight out for the next spot. You know what I mean? Reese Nelson and Demari Gray have to fight out for the next spot. Yeah. Nelson can't even get a game over soccer. Nobody can get game over soccer, brother. Yo, but see, Erdegaard is out now, and I don't remember who's the other player, but another injured player at Arsenal. And no, Raheem Sterling is probably gonna get some playing time. I wouldn't be surprised if I see Raheem Sterling playing the Falls 9 this season. I wouldn't be surprised if Raheem Sterling play the Falls 9. Big up yourself, Tennessee Lewis. Thank you very much for the super chat, my boy. Blessings.
Remember, they have Martinelli over there too, you know.
Yeah, them are Martinelli.
Remember? Yeah, so Reece Nelson never have soccer alone. He must get past Martinelli in the pecking order.
No, man, you see, Sterling is versatile, though, you know. Sterling is a bit if you see our Sterling play for England in that Euro, I think they used him all over that front three there. You remember? Because he was
I think
one
they
of the
bring
few
Sterling
players.
as that man. Cause remember, them get rid of Eddie Nketiah. They got rid of Eddie Nketiah, you know, and they never really signed a striker. I have the guy from Brazil name again, Gabriel. Gabriel Jesus not to look like him can play full season of football, and him man a goal scorer like that. So the fact that they got rid of Eddie Nketiah and they brought in Sterling alone, there's a possibility that Sterling plays the first 9 role when they need to change it up. And Kai Havertz has been the one that plays that role. Because Kai Havertz is not a number 9. So you can see that the Arsenal team is playing with a false 9.
Yeah. And yeah. Me now go call for Bobby Reed for bench until we get another player in the team, people. But when we get to that point where we get another player in the team, I think that's inevitable, man. Because even Reece Nelson, I would even try Reece Nelson there sometime. I think McClaren would, oh my God, McClaren would have so many pieces to create damage. Bro, would have a Premier League team, bro.
Yeah, but watch a JT. Reece Nelson I play Mikel Antonio, you know, right after the international break.
Yeah, I when them a play this weekend?
Saturday 14th, man. Yeah, man. 9 o'clock.
No game I play tomorrow?
Tomorrow. No, man, not no game I play so early, but I'm just trying to check. Saturday is the first game, man. 14 to 14, the game must
Long day
start, man.
punish slave to them.
Yeah, man, the 14th.
Yeah,
I
man,
feel like
Justin
done. I feel like Justin done in the next window, depending on the Jamaica Premier League kick off weekend.
Justin
played
Dunn.
on
Where Justin
Overlooks.
Dunn? Where my player?
He plays for He plays for Tivoli. He was the leading goal scorer last season. But it's not necessarily about leading goal scorer alone. No.
How old is
You know,
he?
said 21 years old.
Okay. Was he the
He
leading goal
played
scorer in the league?
in the JPL. Yeah.
In the JPL? How many
But
goals he
but he
scored?
is a was a defender
What
who
the
was
hell?
converted into a forward.
No, sometimes them play at sometimes them play at a crab up. I tell
He
you. See,
was a wing
sometimes
back, so he played right back, left back, and then Jerome Wade came in and brought him into the forward position.
no, trust me. Because you see, sometimes it takes certain coaches to go on some ball and look on them and say, you see, you are a center back. Up there, so you have a player. Me see that. Remember, even Anandi Low, they did that with Anandi Low, and he was effective anyway in play. You see what I mean? So,
Yeah.
Justin Dunn. So I'm gonna take a look at him. So, but he probably lacks. He's probably raw. He's probably really raw, bro. If he's transferring, because imagine he probably didn't even learn the striker position. But I want to look at him this season and see how he looks. 21-year-old leading goal scorer in the JPL. Have to give him
As
credit.
when him the Jason Goon saying Javian, we know him scored 16 goals, so I'm not sure if Javian scored more goals than him, but he scored 16 goals in 26 games last season. So
Okay, Travis Spencer said Brian 17 goals, done 16 goals. Okay.
so maybe it's Brian was there, but we know him scored 16 goals, man. But I mean, I think a lot of people can say madness, this or madness, that, you know. But Bowser, we're not seeing anything from Bowser now.
Yeah, you
So
know, see, me entertain any madness in a man. Any
yeah, but me say,
madness where go make Jamaica team better, me entertain it. So,
listen,
um,
Bowser, if Bowser is not performing and nobody can tell you see, there's no player with any passport that can come in the October window. Justin don't have his documents ready. Him now wait for them documents. So
Justin
until
Dunn
we get
ready to
somebody with
go.
him documents ready to go.
Yeah, I feel
So
you
me I
on that.
say, and when you look into it, I was saying replace him with Shamar Nicholson. And like I think Adrian Reed has been in the
Also,
local
you
spot.
say that
If you
bring
want
him in a squad. You that bring him in a squad.
me that bring him in that squad, I'm gonna leave out Bowser.
Okay, so you that drop Boza for
You get
your,
what I say?
you that drop Boza for your JPL
Yeah,
player.
man. Yeah, because they can't see a score right now and he has to perform. I just go right now, JT. You
Okay.
understand what I say? And he's 21 years old and he's a player that is coming from wing back position to come and score. You know how difficult it is that you leave, stop playing wing back one season and start playing forward the next season. JT.
Mm-hmm.
So the thing about it is that I think when people like to me, people are talking about Bowser and Antonio not scoring the goals. But them can't give a credible striker. Them are gonna tell you about some 30 and 33-year-old man. That's all they're gonna do, you know. I'm telling you about a 20 year old,
Tennessee, I say you
21
can't
year
drop.
old kid.
Tennessee, I say you can't drop Boza, brother.
Whomever they listen. So who do they want to jump?
Yeah, man. Put every rat, cat, and dog in the team. Someone on your son. Oh God. Somebody across this one. Who is this? Yeah, but I don't know if that would have been a good idea still for bringing a JPL player still, bro. Right now.
Listen, all right. So
Wait.
this season they're playing 39 games, right?
Mhm.
And I also saw the kid named Chanel for Cavaliers score 8 goals in the Caribbean Cup Championship last year. 8 goals in 8 games.
Mhm.
All I'm saying, they're going to play 39 games this season rather than 26. So that's more football. And then if you get into the playoff, you're playing a possible 50 games.
Mhm.
So at the end, and then you have the possibility of playing in the Caribbean Club Championship as well.
Mhm.
So even if it is not this window, JT,
Mhm.
if the kid goes on this season and say he scores 30 goals in the season, we have to give him a look in. You understand what I say? And we cannot be considering and saying if a
If he
man is a goal
scored, yeah,
scorer,
man. If
we
he
look at it
scored
like
30,
this.
if him scored 30 goals this season, him have to get a look in. When I
Listen,
talk
the
about
kid
man,
said, the
30.
guy
If
said
he
he
scored
wanted to
30
score.
goals at 21 years old in the JPL, he should get a look in.
The guy said he wanted to score 15 goals last season. He scored 16.
Okay, so if he
So
scored 30 this season, I'm rooting for him. So I'm gonna take a look at him. I'm gonna say him to drop over Bose or something. You know that I'm with the progression still. If a youth can set himself
as
them
we say,
target then
yeah,
and score.
exactly. I mean,
And him still 21, you know. Continue. We are here, Carla. You can join
yeah,
CC and it, Georgia
yeah.
boss.
So my thing about it is this, bro. At the end of the day, like at the end of the day, I understand that a lot of persons will not be in favor of it because guess what? The player I play JPL and I play born at Jamaica. So him have
Runners.
two things. He have two whatever they call it now.
Big up
Disadvantage, right?
yourself, runners. Thank you for the super chat, my boss.
Yeah, man.
CC,
So it's a
CC, CC,
him have
can you
two
stop,
disadvantage
please?
going from him.
CC,
You see me?
CC, can you stop, please? Don't do that, man.
Can I
There's
stop
nothing
what?
against the
No,
player.
what?
There's
No, my
nothing
boss.
against the player. There's
You
not.
can give
Yeah,
your opinion, in my boss.
but
You can
CC,
give
every
your
time you
opinion,
come, CC,
No,
CC.
teacher, watch out. No, you can give your opinion.
Okay,
Say
okay.
you asking me to
My
give your
opinion.
opinion. It have
Okay, my
nothing to do with
opinion is
me.
all right, all right. Then when you get so defensive, then you come on the program, you get so defensive, brother. I mean, come on, man. We have a conversation. The Waterhouse striker is either him to me. The Waterhouse striker is an out and house number 9. He's a straight number 9. The Waterhouse brother come from Vietnam. Him is coming back in the league. We have Kevin Testrup, we have Anderson, who's ahead of him to me too. You understand? So he's not a bad player, but in the playoff, his coach take him from the number 9 position and play him as I don't know, maybe a 10 or a winger.
All
And
right,
he
my
hasn't
boss.
scored. Yeah, I mean, I might tell a lie. You remember that, right? His own coach
Yeah, yeah.
taking
But
from the
listen,
9. Mm-hmm.
you know that the Javian bro, the Waterhouse striker, is 7 years
Yeah.
older than he is, right? And has been playing
Um,
in the league several years over, right?
no. Javian Brown, no. See, you don't
Javian
know the
Bryan,
player.
Javian Bryan,
Javian Bryan
Waterhouse.
was playing. Javian
Is
Bryan was
how
playing
old is Javian
in
Bryan?
I don't know his date, but he wasn't playing in the league for a long time. He was playing in tier 2. He was one some of either the leading goal scorer or for Beaver Racing or
Yeah,
on them team. Then Javian Bryan
I know
happy playing in
racing,
the
but what may I say to you, sir? What may I say
Mhm.
to you, sir? He's an older striker than this guy.
Oh, I don't think
He
he's
may have
7
played for
years. I
Medfords.
don't.
He's 7 years. He's
Yes.
28 years old. He was playing for Medfords.
So
So
we're
he's
not
7 years.
gonna use his age. He's 28. He's 28, and we come back and light up the league. Like I saw some nice scores last season.
Mhm.
I mean, not saying that player can't be over him, but as I said, I don't know why his coach in the playoff take him from the number 9 position. We've been scoring all those goals. I don't know. The coach must know better than us.
No, but remember, the coach Jerome took him from the wing back position and put him in the number 9 position. So it's not like he started out as a number 9. You understand what I say?
I
So
understand
maybe
all
the
of that,
coach
but
was
if
thinking a
Jerome
different
Waite is
strategy
yeah,
and put
Jerome
him
Waite
back
is the
around
coach.
there.
If you get all of those goals as a number 9 and the coach put you, I mean, I'm not saying anything is possible in the CC, but um, let's see. Let's see. Javian Brown is coming back because he had some medical thing in Vietnam. Um, the league is starting, and so let's see. But I think Trevante, being that he's supposedly improving overseas, and Anderson, and they had a youth from
You see,
Cavalier, the leading goal scorer from Cavalier, the tall gentleman, some H, some SH,
Shani Hill Thomas.
Samuel Thomas.
Remember, I
All
mentioned
those,
him as well.
yeah, all those players to me. So he's like 9 or 10 down the packing order as we speak.
No, what I said, I mentioned him as well.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mentioned Shani Hill Thomas as well. What I was saying is that right now we have in the forward line just strikers that are missing goals, right? And Boza is not necessarily playing a much football at his club. So
Yep.
with that being said, I think what Antonio brings to the team is a little bit more. And Antonio has scored in some big games against Panama, against Honduras, and some of these competitions. So I feel as if like you have to look to someone else especially in the October window. It's not like when the player comes in, the player has to do himself justice. So it's not a free role or free for all that you just put in a man to just come in the team and not do anything. So I'm not saying that. I'm suggesting that the coach will need to be looking at other striking options that are actually ready at this point in time. I feel like a Jonathan Rowe, who is a winger, can come in the team at some point in time, but does he have his documents so we can go for him now? Javan East for me, yes, Javan East is at Saprissa, I think in Costa Rica, and scoring a couple goals, not necessarily a lot, and people would say he's also in the order. But I saw Javan East kick and miss the ball in the stadium. Every time I see him play for Jamaica, I'm like, you have gotten.
Japanese is like a Michael Graham, Michael Graham 2.0. He never done well for the senior, for the national team. He's a Michael Graham 2.0.
He has never done well in the
Kevin Lemis. He's a Kevin Lemis type of baller.
So I'm trying to figure out if do we want to go back down that road of someone who has never.
No, we have Kevin to show up. We have Colin and Shanil Thomas.
Yeah, I think
Shanil Thomas is overseas. All those players overseas supposed to be a little bit stronger, a little more advanced. These are Jamaican players we're talking about. So
yeah, man, no.
I'm not calling it.
I want to say, but I when I saw Chivante Stewart, I think this season before he got bought, I was saying to somebody that guy is going to go overseas pretty soon, you know. I think he made a mistake with the national when he got called up. He was I think he was a part of that situation with Leon Bailey, and he got suspended as well. So I think when you are a new player coming in the team, you cannot be doing certain things, bro. I think that itself.
Yes, Jay, but since we're not going down there, we're talking right now. Right now, he's playing now, right? He's playing now, right? I think he's playing in a not so bad league.
I think he's at Serbia, a Serbian league. I think he's playing in a Serbian league.
So let's see between Javen Bryan, Shanil Thomas. And this guy Brian and this guy from Tivat. Let's see. There could be somebody else popped up too. The league is all
yeah. And I think, but this season, all right. Put it. All right. Let me put it like this. I think for this season, what they have done in moving them, they have number of games to 39 games. Then I think at the end of this season, we would see it should be a better season than last season. And as a matter of fact, the fact that you have the likes of Sandals coming in, the likes of Dream Entertainment, the likes of Stewart's Group. These are our companies that are being associated with clubs. The Stewart's Group being associated with Portmore United, Sandals Group being associated with Mobile United, Dream Entertainment being associated with Arnett.
See, we are talking about CC. You see, that's why you see CC. We don't know Jamaica. Some man. For YouTube, you have bloggers and all. Everybody from England like this things is like man. Because man all comes to know. Yeah. This was so I say, some of them man they don't want as a call a local player name. Frank Taylor. It's like a ghost. See man like try to call you the clown. So a clown go match up the team. That's what you see me. Me don't know one Jamaica with them a boy on YouTube. It is government for stop putting the Jamaica team. And if you go, not me tell you. Come negative and bias and one-sided.
I always say that.
No,
Oh, you mean in somebody like comments?
Looking like that. And if you know what people because I mean, I don't know.
No, but Travis, you know, say today was.
Travis, who tell about the one Jamaica, man, you have Jamaica land on the embassy of Jamaica and Canada, man.
I'm telling you.
Only for Jamaica. Only for Jamaica.
Yeah, you're talking about best player. Like everybody from England go. Very good. Because I
want Travis to talk about Bernard.
You are my boy, come by every time.
When we ever talk about Bernard,
I don't think you can possible
18 over man, Bernard.
What?
I think.
Travis, you can like Travis, you know, Travis take a vaccine.
Him take it.
This is what I can do my lawyer team. I'm not profile would know what
Travis even know how we matter. Travis know we matter.
I comment section and
Travis, I put in my comment section.
And I comment section. This is what I see way when CC talk. I talk about Michael Graham. Oh, Michael Graham.
That's your man. Michael Graham above, man. Michael Graham above, man.
That don't stand up on the tournament style.
I said me come from a love traffic. You know, we turn ball like that. You know, so you know what? You never gonna lay me to. You never gonna lay me to. Lay me. What else? You say
So people, we were having a smooth show up until now.
Jim Graham no good, man. And the technical director no good either. Mr. Downs well to go to. He's no good either. So we have to go to the garden.
The show was going along smoothly.
After when Travis was drinking,
you got to go in national.
Bro. Travis. Easy a little bit, man. You're going to hype, man. You understand you're passionate, man. Easy a little bit. Now, when you start talking about town baller and country baller and overseas baller, we can just keep it to one Jamaica baller, big man. You know, I understand.
Travis no want that, man. No, man.
That's one Jamaica for you. That's your opinion. You don't know what Jamaica will do.
Yeah, but that reason why I'm using brother. Brother, I use that reason, you know. Using that reason.
It's Michael.
Yeah, but hold on, brother. You hear me answer, right? When you say town baller, brother, right? When you say
town baller, we select the persons who are like how they come from.
I don't know you don't know, but I didn't say a word.
Travis boy, like you know.
That's the reason, man. Right? Whoever are you are in the comment section, brother, people not gonna stop talking. But let them talk on the day, right?
Easily true.
I reason they are
Right? Marty,
yeah.
So what point CC I give your opinion? What problem, sir? I'm gonna give your opinion. So it's like, so nobody can talk nothing bad. No player with
brother. Well, nah, so that, brother, but it's so like you're arguing and you're
But me and CC, they are reason going on. Me and give a function channel. You come after the team. We have other ballers team coming to see what other ballers.
A reason, man.
Brother, I'm selective so who know how rate, brother.
And Javin Brown and Jamaican them, you don't know. It's like some different people and people, you don't know.
Selective who know how rate. As yet, a problem.
I'm in the comment section, says so. All right. Here what I'm say to you guys, right? I agree with the man say anybody but Boza right now. There's something going on. There's something wrong going on with him, yo. You know, and so anybody right now deserve a chance.
What is about the team, man?
I don't know where the man come from country or town.
No. Travis, Jeremy actually agree with certain things where you that agree with, you know, if you actually listen to.
We agree with you, right? We agree with you, Travis. You know, and a fight, bro. I'm just saying I agree with CC.
Yeah, and that's what
Boza is not striking.
Yeah,
you know, anybody but him right now. We don't care the man come from country, town, or
bro, that the attitude we need to have to the side.
JLo was strike.
No.
Travis, the people we are warrior and panel them there.
When I get to JLo,
we not the Travis, we're on the same page here. We need you to understand we're on the same page here. What we're saying here is CC said the youth from here asked how old is he? 15 goals. So he said, let's say next season the player has 30 goals. And I'm thinking he should be getting a look in. If we have a player like Boza in the team not playing well, we don't care if he's from Jamaica. If we can't find nobody else, why don't he get a look in? Why the road stops on him? That's what we want, said people. We have to keep an open mind towards the team.
Boza is scapegoat now.
Nobody's
a scapegoat, bro. He's not playing. He's not playing any football, bro. He's not a scapegoat. What you want with it to Travis? Just get people come sit down on the bench and play ball.
So hold on. So JT, man, have next month. He played last 5 minutes, the first game before he go and win. So hold on. So man, have next month to perform. He's part of Maxo.
Yeah, and then we call him.
Travis.
And him do that.
Travis, are you defending Boza not scoring right now?
No, I'm not defending Boza. No, I'm not defending Boza.
What is your point? I'm trying to understand because I think we're saying the same thing and you're still mad.
What I'm saying, no, that's right. The problem with the fans, man.
Hold on.
The problem with the fans, you get heat. The team just play 2 games. You know what? Everybody. Hold on, no, Travis. Hold on, Travis. This one is a good, right? Travis, the whole Copa, right? Boza did not score. And him get some game in the Nation League, and him did not score. We're not just going off these 2 games, but come on, man. He never play for him club. He never play for him club. All right. Okay, so how much games are you willing to give him? For you, you said something. You're not the coach. No, I'm asking you. Until the coach are picking retarded.
Oh my God. All right. So what I say is this, right? I say, yo, we cannot be cutting the pool. As some persons want to cut the pool. My thing about it is that we cannot cut the pool and limit the pool to
just the pool out with give me that pool. The pool I was giving time.
All right, so Travis, yeah, let's not just stick down on one day. So we can say we can agree on that. If the youth is up there, JT no deal with bias thing. Me not gonna pick no side. You know my thing. You say if the youth come from Jamaica and he might play well, say JT, I'm gonna say, yo, he need to get a try too. Make him get a try like everybody. I'm gonna say if him not good, him go on back.
JT and stay best again. That's JT. And that's agree with you. Stay best again. If you coach picking youth, the most say I'm Miran picking. The problem is, I'm not a fan of Miran, but it's so sick where you get as the assistant coach, man, you for no reason at all. So that JP
me used to beat Miran. But when me kind of stopped beat Miran. You see, right when Hal Grimsel left, and Missy said, actually, we needed Miran for that transition because it would have been a sudden just a passover. He kind of helped to lead the coach into the job. So I think he played a key role there, and I give credit to where credit's due. Before we used to always say, because of how we were frustrated with how Hal Grimsey was playing as well, people also take out some of their anger on Miran Garden as well. It was the frustration from Hal Grimsey. So you have to understand that. I think most people now are over it. I don't think the coaching staff is a problem.
JT, let's do a couple of JT. To the video. I'm sure now. I'm sure man must have beat Bobby.
Get a try.
Bobby no feel nice.
A dandy shandy make him get a try.
JT. No man beat Bobby say Bobby no feel nice. And so man call out best right away. They must call in. Oh Bobby, yo, that tell us JT. If bias is in a YouTube when it come out to heritage players and players of man that Jamaica. Yo, he's observed that's how I say me. Me don't know one Jamaica, but just have Jamaica match. But stop put the country. When I look 20 from ball. When I look 20 from ball.
All right, Travis.
When I look
all right, Travis. So we could get back to
there's a bias towards the local players then. But someday I don't local players. In my player thing there. Is that what you call it?
Let me bias to local.
Travis.
British born. Guess what you saying?
Bobby, you said me bias towards look. You hear me? I said no.
You said the man them biased towards local players, right? And then now you said the man them cry say Bobby Reed was in the team. So but at England Bobby Reed born.
He said there are people.
Someone I get me wrong,
Man, may lose your guy Travis, man. Take time, man.
He's saying that there are people who
are this bias, man.
No, have a conversation now. He's saying that we have people who are biased towards heritage players, which is right. And then there are people who wants to label people as being biased locally, which is also right. You understand what I'm saying? So, I'm going to say this one thing, right? Not because, nobody should be making a team solely because he went overseas. We can't,
exactly.
We can't do the thing where we are going to say, if you don't go overseas, you can't go make a team. You have to go overseas before you make a team first. And also football work, and also the system, and also the thing work. If the player scored 30 goals in the Jamaica Premier League, and you look at the options them where you grade whatever the coach do them analysis, and the player comes in the team. Nobody can say the player did not come in the team for merit, because the merit is
Yeah, man, somebody mute, Travis.
that man.
I will play it back. Yeah, because CC, you see, if them not do that, the argument where people say anybody who is the right person to make the team and them feel like team, that the argument is not gonna hold up anymore.
Because it cannot hold up.
It cannot. So them have, people have to decide. Them have to decide if them say when them talk about the best player them in the team, nobody from Jamaica can in that. Make sure the people need to decide if a Sona
because
if they
you know
want.
them don't want JT. Them don't want say that because them don't want people hold them to their word. Them need to come out and say it.
But see, remember, you see that team now no quota system in it, so we have to watch that too.
No, I'm not about quota system. I say Tennessee, if a man score 30, a 39 game of a play in the league, right? If a man score 30 goals in the Jamaica Premier League, and we have a striker, and we look for the options them for the striker. One man could score 10 goals in the English Premier League, and the next man score probably 5 goals in a second division in another country. And we have a man who scored 30 goals in the Jamaica Premier League. Are we going to say the man who scored 30 goals in the
22 years old?
And he's 22 years old. He can't get up. He can't make the national team have merit because he's playing in JPL.
Yeah, give me a try. And I'm merit there.
No, but is it?
But Tennessee, wait, let me ask Tennessee that question another way. Tennessee, if you was a 22-year-old, I kick up the league at Jamaica. You know, if you say you believe in yourself that you're progressing and you can take on the ball game and you reach a level where you can get a national call up. You know, if you,
yeah, but me understand that. You can get that.
JT, man, they don't want that.
But no,
JT, man, they don't want that.
Travis, you man have to be question. Me understand, brother. I don't fight. We fight. Can I just talk?
Yeah, man, make a reason.
We not pick nobody. If we go 90, we don't like that.
Yeah, make a reason.
Me and you can't get nobody 90. Yeah, but me have to give my opinion based on my opinion. See, JT, me believe 30 goal of Jamaican in our league can mean 0 goal of England in the championship.
Yeah.
Well, that's my opinion.
What? Repeat that. Tennessee? Where's the other go? Oh, I go on. Tennessee didn't get a phone call. I don't know. He can get a spot on the bench. CC. Okay, not even on the bench. I saw the man them move with the side.
You see already, man. Me tell you.
Like, that's a bit disappointing, bro. That's a bit disappointing that we are saying we are going to cut off the team to where nobody can look at the team. I don't know.
When we come on the show, did I say I want JPL players in the team? See, man, I say me want as a top JPL players I want. So nobody in Africa.
Yeah.
Heritage people them own the team. Because they're alone to play them. Yeah. So I said, as a top, you can't talk about one heritage player. That's a problem. You know, let me see, Alvis Paul get you to name Jamaican Brown, the same play, the same low. No. So disrespect where you can get a proper second too. But as a talk about why I'm not for England, man, you have to go easy. I'll leave way for them.
Okay, go ahead, Carla. Carla, go ahead.
The person who want to go ahead, I want to.
Yeah.
JT.
Yeah, we're listening.
Is there a established way to translate performance in the JPL to performance in another league? Is there an established way where you can say, okay, if a player scores 2 goals in the JPL, that's or 1 goal in the MLS? Is there an established way to translate between the leagues?
I think people would just translate on the league based on the league ranking. I think you just count the number between that, right? That's how much spots you would be. One goal would mean. If you're at the 10th spot, that means the one goal is 10 goals in your league.
Oh,
That's what I'm thinking. I just came up with that. I just came up with that shit on the fly. I don't know if it's right. Let's make up that. Right? Must that car? How you gonna know if one goal at Jamaica I see him goal at fire? I don't know, brother. I don't know.
European golden shoe. Let's say European golden shoe is a shoe that is fought about different clubs, right? So if you're in the top 5 leagues,
so I want to make the goal different. That's why some different people are tackling or how far you're kicking
But
from.
JT, I'm going to put it seriously. I'm going to put it seriously, JT. I'm going to put it seriously.
I have another point. Hold on. I have another point. Karim Dixon, he performed well in the JPL. However, correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that he was assessed in Charlton as not being ready. Is that correct?
I don't know who gave you that assessment, but I don't know. I listen. There are rumors.
But he's not playing.
There are rumors.
He's not playing in Charlton's first team.
Yeah, there
so
are.
come out with
Listen, he's still 19. You know, he still can't even play a year or two of PL2 football. He can play youth football. Karim Dixon just needs football in England. And that's what's going to build his confidence to know that he's supposed to be there. You see me? So he's a project. But the coach have him training with the first team, though. He hasn't made the bench.
Carla, you can go outside and speak for yourself. The coach said you just need to get stronger. He's a good player. And then I told you to know what. Every time when you play with Jamaica, the stars are supposed to be on the inside. Everything. Or two players, man.
Hold on. Let's go with the evidence at hand. He is a first team player in the JPL. Hold on. He's a first team player in the JPL, but he's not a first team player in Charlton. Is that a fact?
But me say, all right. When did the player move to Charlton?
He's training, and a few weeks ago in Okala, he wasn't registered. I heard his registration was still pending, and I heard from somebody close who he stayed with in Charlton, because I think Kira Anderson played a huge role of helping him to get assimilated, because Kevin I remember his agent flew over there same time Norman Campbell came to Denmark, so that guy is a serious guy now, Kevin Cohen. For him to walk up in these clubs and get these kind of deals for Jamaicans, I have to respect that. The man brought Travante Stewart into the Serie A from JPL. The man take a baller from Mount Pleasant and bring to a Serie A. That's not something where you just do overnight. You know? So that brother, he got Cephas in a big club in Turkey. That didn't work out. No, Norman Campbell at Randers FC. And he has those players. So I think Karim Dixon, bro, is a project caller. You have to just give him a little time, brother. Is Karim Dixon and Whisper them on the same timing. He's trying to catch up to Whisper right now. That's what I said. He should at least play a year of youth football there just to get his confidence up, get a feel of the English game while working on his body, working on himself. And next season, you either make a push in the off season, they're gonna assess you, or you make a push for the first team, or they send you out on loan. You see me? That's basically it. I think he needs to worry about playing football right now. You know, in the youth team. But the coach said they got him training with the first team, very skinny, very light, but they must have seen flashes or something here. Yeah, man, go ahead. Who was asking the question?
Yeah, me get another cut.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
Because
the gone.
You every time me jump off, give me jump off one time, see? All right. Me I try to make a point before we jump off and things, see? Come here, I go 30 goals in the JPL can mean none in a better league. But why me say that, see? Chavente Stewart was the leading scorer in the JPL. The season when they transfer him, don't?
Yeah, true.
All right, in that Serbia, I think he played 9 games, have 1 assist. So far, that's it. In next youth from Cavaliers, where me name youth have a kind of
Busy Atkinson.
no, the Italian man striker.
Yeah, man, you can't understand, man. In your ear now. In your ear, completely, you know. Iraq can transfer to Iraq now.
Yeah, and him go.
Cavaliers.
I think he make a Moldova one of them places. When the work
Yeah, man.
kind of.
No, man, no, hey, tell us
Him get Travis, hold on, man.
He got injured.
Yeah, man. Make
He
him
got
partner
injured.
Travis, man. Him get injured doing a Tennessee.
Yeah, you understand that. I would go. So we say, all right, Muda say the USL a little bit better than the JPM in terms of field things and how they deal with it. More professional. Messi, man, what you can Jamaica name, man? I think I all-time leading scorer in the USL. The man that score goal from rapid speed.
Something Kelly. One of them Kelly there.
And the man got Israel, and before he go over there, he could for 1 goal over there. So that's why me I tell you, brother, we have to be careful how we are measure players against other players because there's levels to everything him again. And that's the reason why me I say what me I say.
Yes, we know all that. We know all that. We know all that.
Hold on. Josie Altidore scored a bag of goal over the Dutch league. And Josie Altidore come to England to score 1 goal for Sunderland.
Then 11, brother.
Where's the Dutch league from? Yeah, I tell you, say any player.
And you see that Sunderland team. You see that Sunderland team he played for. They were struggling too that season.
Okay.
Listen, me say he was playing for a struggling team.
I tell him, say, any player in any league can move to another league.
No, but the point where Tennessee makes, the point where Tennessee make, it is correct. But I also think you still don't shut the door for those anomaly players.
No, me not say that yet.
You see me? You still have those.
The measure not me talk about.
Yeah, bro, we cannot fix that on the stream and make it up so they can measure up. You see me?
Yeah.
They're gonna lack things, but I just believe that some footballers, we just don't know who they are. That one day we just turn out to be a footballer. We can work with him. We're not sure. And if him get a look in a one game where him get a few minutes and we say him not understand the game, you know, say a writer, so we are gonna say, he not ready, brother. Him not ready. So it's simple. You know, so me see, we just feel like we move together with everybody going forward. We can't separate the thing where Jamaican people, certain people feel like say, we want to take with the team. You know what I mean? Like no Jamaican.
We are Jamaican people. Everybody are Jamaican people too.
Yeah,
me know, but you know, really Jamaica though.
JT, like I said, when I come here, I was strong supporter of JPL. And you know, hear me say, that's a JPL man of a play. I'm not saying that, brother. The problem I have with them people for the reason, brother. As I see talk all a JPL game, it's like I was put down. You know, if you call out JPL game, I'm not give you, brother.
Everybody's still like that, brother. Everybody's still like that.
Yeah,
You cannot be a white person.
Travis, I'm tell you, me understand them people already. Understand for them thing is them gonna always beat out certain players. Remember they say they want the best players, you know. But the best players.
Listen up, that's how couple of use for best players. Like I might do.
Well, I know. Me tell you today, so they want the best players, right? But they're hiding behind the veil of saying what they really want to say. But they don't want
exactly, Steve. Yeah, you know that. Yeah, you know that.
Argument about me want the best player, and I've never heard them talk about one multiple any player from Canada, any player from Panama. That is
the best player can play Canada.
No, me I say I'm not.
I'm saying man,
from Canada, and then I'm gonna.
Tell me,
Alright. Me never say play in Canada. Me I say I am saying to you that I've never heard a player that is Canadian born that is eligible to play for Jamaica. I hear them play the name of call. I hear the American.
They did when I had it on Nintendo now.
But see, to be clear, if one of the best players in TC, and I would usually of Jamaica, and that's a fact. But brother, if you can't make up an excuse and make a story,
no, the thing,
you can't tell me say the best player in Jamaica.
Brother,
we have given them a shaman because of them.
We never said the best player at Jamaica. I've never said the best player.
You can make a case, man, at Jamaica, but you can't talk about
listen to me, I said Tennessee. Listen to me, I said Tennessee. I'm not talking about it's playing in Jamaica. You hear me, I say? I'm not saying that. I'm simply saying to you, if I said to you that Ronaldo Cephas to me, fit in at the team over Jamal Lowe. Right now, it's just skills.
You somebody.
I come on, a bust up shot.
Yeah, come on.
Well, you understand now. You understand now. You see some guys here, James. Farmer have a Jamaica player. I talk about your wife.
Man, if you not see back a day light, man. If you not lucky, man, dash your key.
Man,
I was surprised, let me see.
which part him there do it? Which part him there do it?
America, stay in America.
In America, Lord God, we sorry for him. Whoa, but you whoa, that's not
He
good.
like you actually get beat a 2 times. And he's already, and he's born and didn't get back recently. So I don't know.
Germany said, oh, that's not good.
Bell and Frey miss is it? Bell and Frey from MLS is always to talk about on YouTube. Yeah, man, we're gonna see Frey and see what he's all about. We're gonna see a little bit of what Frey is all about.
At first, they want to go and look for at the player birth certificate. What if you stop it, man? When we mention player name, brother, we don't feel look for nobody birth certificate and them something. Just go look up a player and go watch a player. And leave
But
that.
but where the player was developed is very important.
Where the play?
TC.
A player who is developed by Barcelona versus a player who is developed by any other club. You know what I mean? These things are important. We cannot deny these things.
TC.
My ear, man.
I feel like the diaspora, person in the diaspora, not everyone, but you have a lot of persons in the diaspora. And you have even persons in Jamaica as well who the JPL players and the relationship is not that good. And it's because of how these people talk on the platform about JPL players. Right? You understand me? Because I don't understand why somebody would have come out and say, all right, the fact is Jamaican Premier League is what we have. Right? Should it improve? Of course. Is it improving? Yes. What can you do to help it get better? Right? The YouTubers in Jamaica are doing their job. Unseen Sports, CC, BAM Sports. I put light to the league. Now, it don't matter what we say. The leagues that are miles ahead of us will always be there, like the big leagues, the top 5 leagues in the world. We're not going to catch up to those leagues. But that don't mean that a JPL player can perform in a league and get an opportunity. Steve McClaren not supposed to look at him if he scored 20 goals or 25 goals. We just can't understand when Neil try to promote. You understand me, Tennessee, when he said that. And then now he's going to bring up a particular player name. And you don't know if the player did all right or whatever, and the player got an injury. And then you see what I say? But
we have to get to a point where we develop logical metrics regarding judging players. It cannot be based on feelings. Yes. You know, we need to be able to look at. Hold on. We need to be able to look at an 18-year-old, no matter where he is in the world, and say, okay, based on these metrics, that player is a good player. Okay, based on these metrics, that player is not a good player. His positioning on the field, how he controls the ball, if he's a striker, how many goals he score. There have to be logical metrics to use in every life.
Mr. Reason, I think of late in the JPL, I think there's some of the eyes that are so and see when somebody use the track player there. I think in established about last season we can track players.
No,
right.
Some clubs have their own system.
Own thing, yeah. And no clubs like one president have
so it's gonna be a wide thing of every club where you can get.
And the thing about the JPL showing about 20 at you are class areas.
Can I get a second after you finish? Unseen.
Yeah.
I was on your show last week, right, talking, and here's my issue, right? The coaching in the JPL is poor, right? Very poor. And I'm not saying to write off. I'm not saying to write off anybody, right? The coaching is poor. However, I think you can find. Let me finish now, Unseen. Let me finish. I think, however, right, you can scour through the league and you can find one or two players who you can say, right? But I remember asking you this last week. Name me 4 players right now that you would put in the national team coming from the JPL. And you struggle. You know what I'm saying, man? You were struggling. So
how do you put the country as their coaches?
Nobody not right off the JPL players. Nobody not right.
Come on, you're not doing that. But we don't want them to do it. I'm sure you know about you too. We don't want to.
I'm have with Unseen. Wait, no big man. Unseen, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. So you asked me the question about who could come into the squad now, right? When I look at the squad now, based on how the squad is speaking, may that be mad to go pick players from the JPL to put them in.
Exactly.
Yes, when the players are in the squad, so I understand.
But Unseen, that's the point. You are advocating for JPL players, right? And I said, Unseen, name me 4 players right now. And you can't.
JPL start Sunday. I'm about to say JPL play coming to the team now. And JPL start Sunday. No, bro. This conversation been going on the last 2 years, last 3 years. But Unseen advocate for players.
What I'm saying to you is that in terms of how players are picked for the national team, JPL players' chances are very low to be in the national team.
Okay, so you're saying right this minute,
when they are performing in their league, it is very low. The coach obviously them and like them because according to you guys, there's no metric.
Don't say you guys, please. Don't say you.
There are no metrics to match them up to anybody else in the world because we are playing Jackson.
I'd say, me see man, that's what I call us on English parlor name, you know. So if you play for Jamaica, you know, I can follow them on the Instagram, them man have nothing for Jamaica. And those people are put out, see what they say this user, when name Gibbs White. Gibbs White has to play for England. That's what it's already. But today they have a Jamaica tattoo. Fine. But listen, man, English players are born in England. The first chance they get to play for England, and you can't rank them. So I say, give me advice. Come on, quick.
Hold on.
You're talking up, and you're showing my youth every time. Give me advice, man. Give me advice, bro. Give me advice, bro. Give me advice. Watch I know. Me not this local and overseas if you stop. Because I know what me noticed for the last 3 years. Because I say when CFAS never they call up for the team. As a local man in a JPL native, I get called up over CFAS. They get called up over Paris. They get called up over normal man. The same one we assist to the old goal what there. Man in a JPL when they deserve it. They get called up over there. The problem when me have with the JPL about them, until I talk about based on levels. Because CFAS left Jamaica. The Jamaica people them see CFAS and a bar for CFAS. They included me. And CFAS is a Jamaican born. People they say Paris. Did a bar for Paris. He's a Jamaican born. Normal can be the one who get the opportunity now. He's a Jamaican born. Maggie, people that bar for him in Belgium is a Jamaican born. There's levels, bro. Tell the JPL bar them to left the country and then them can make the national team. Now you are no standard for this national team. For boss now you. Because first thing with the hypocrite to Unseen, because guess what? We don't see no ball from Manchester League I get boss. Like when in 1998 when I'm on so called. It's certain clubs. That's why we cannot agree with this.
local JPL. We know Sudan is just a quick, and then everybody can bash who want bash me. We cannot agree with this JPL thing because it's a single club pick thing. It's not a Jamaican thing. It's a hypocrite. It's a hypocrite statement because nobody are going to send on and pick on no ball and send on Major League. Nobody are come to Manchester. Nobody are go Hanover. Nobody are go St. Thomas. When we can pick and choose the ball of them, and if you see it, if you go through the history and select the people that when you call up, it's only like 4 clubs. 4 clubs in the country. And when they check and not even the best ball of them in the league I get picked. So I will never agree with it. I will agree with it, something where them do with CFAS. Lead the league, Maggie lead the league, Russell Barden lead the league, Blake lead the league in the MLS. Prove. Damian in the MLS field. Prove. There should be a level, bro. When we are going to stop with this. It no feel people just people just hate JPL ball as you. We don't feel so. The problem with me is with the JPL ball over the year when they only select it from certain clubs, and that's my biggest problem. You see, if you need to select the best ball of the mountain league with you, you only have a problem, but it's a hypocrite state. And when you know the truth, it's only a selective club, bro. Only a selective clubs. You can't do a lot of sense.
All right. So the part where you say, not the best players normally get selected from the JPL, that is true, and that is one of the biggest problems that we have it now, where it mash up the whole thing now, because the good so for the bad. And that's time I can remember when time CFAS them that tear up the league. Unseen sports, Special can tell you, me always bring CFAS from before CFAS got not Macedonia got tear up the league. Me are the only youth ever come out and say, yo, people, CFAS the national team. The man then comes up, boom, right? Jeremy and Karen Pearson and Zimenez over CFAS, in the national team, When name again? They question Paula, they do it, over CFAS, and CFAS are tear up the Premier League, cut above the rest, and talk about him already. And Karen, little boy, Pearson, we couldn't even pass the ball good night, and that's it. In the team. You see what I say? So these are the things I agree with you with. But the question I want to ask you is, if I play in the JPL, scoring 25, 20 at goal, right? Or I play in the JPL, assisting about 20, 15 or thereabout in terms of assisting and looking good in the midfield area. However, good defenders, good defender. Does these players get an opportunity to get a look in international team, or I have to leave to go somewhere before I get that? Look in the national league for Jamaica. That's the question I want to ask.
To answer your question, it would be up to what is available. Because if we have a player who, for example, scores 10 goals in the English Premier League, who would you put in it? Who? Hold on. No, hold on. You brought up a hypothetical, and I am also bringing up a hypothetical.
All right.
So if you have a player in the JPL and he scores 20 goals for the season, and you have a player in the English Premier League who qualifies to play for Jamaica, and he scores 10 goals for the season, and you have to pick between the two, who would you pick?
If you have a pick between the two?
Yes, who would you pick?
The way I pick it as a coach is that the two of them have to come and train, and then I pick.
Okay, fair enough.
So me that pick.
Fair enough.
Because it is unfair for a player to play in national. All right, this is the thing when people are knowing. I always say it, they say without the national league in Jamaica, you can't have a national team. You didn't know that?
We just want to go to the Premier League, and
I don't know the logistics of. I don't know the logistics of world football.
A national professional league in your country, you can't play national football. So suppose the clubs in Jamaica say, suppose the clubs in Jamaica start now. If there is no pathway in the region, the clubs are going to leak out, problem.
But you cannot. A league and the national team are not synonymous. You understand? Because, for example, you have players who play in England, for example, and they never made the English team. You know, and you know, a player can have a successful career without making a national team.
Well, the question to you is, next question to you, are we getting the best quality from England?
No, that's obvious. No.
The issue is the player who you get from England is that player better than what you have locally.
Unseen never say, oh, we have a full team at JPL ball lineup. What Unseen is trying to say is that
what the man said Unseen is that the player you get over England is better quality than those on the local.
But Unseen, I agree with you, you know, because let me show you something. That's why I can't tell you, you know, because those I get up on YouTube long time. You see when Anderson and Cavalier that scored the goal, man, Trevor scored. To be honest, enough people never did a complain. You know why no people never did a complain? Unseen, because as I say, the man them was a leading goal scorer and the man them he break record when never person who scored double figure and the most goal in a month season in a JPL. So the man them he have a little standard. So the people them could accept that. But you know what I mean? I go accept, brother. I go accept busting a youth. And that mean I go accept as a fan, bro. Me I tell you God true. Because you have to unfair, take out the overseas people them. Imagine the same JPL you are talking about. You have a midfielder. We are run fans. We get up every man in a film. But two in play for don't be rolling. Midfield and two the man them control, say example Tivoli. But two of them what's a youth and the man we have the power to put in a Tivoli player, them skip over the youth where are the better midfielder. Get the opportunity to get in a national team. I don't believe more, but then choose the Tivoli. I will never agree to that system. And I know why it's unseen, and I know so the system is not running fair. Even though they are bad and I cry, when they know so the system not running fair unseen. So why not always bring that system there?
Nobody's well, I'm not auntie. Nobody's talking about most. Me specifically not talking about.
I want to get out on the statement. I'm boxing at you. I'm not talking like just the boy. Me I talk about boxing the young youth where they don't forget the right opportunity. Open the energy, and that's what I want to get.
No, go over what you said. Me I tell you, say the thing about a player choosing players from certain clubs, it is biased. I don't know if you are going. But we have seen it all across the world. I'm not label it, but we have seen even where England, if you not play for a big six club, only recently that has been changing. Where you can see players that get called, we have played for one club, we come out 10 or 11 in the league. Normally, you only used to see Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Me agree with that, sir. Me see that for true. Me see that for true.
So within the Jamaica system, them always I say Portmore United, how above you? Portmore United win the league must be about 6 or 7 times. How above you win it? Arnett Gardens. Them team that would have been probably the better team in a freedom opinion. But what I say is, if a player is even at a Tivoli then, and the player scored 30 goals in the league, I don't think we should gloss over it and say, boy, you have to go wait till you see you get a contract overseas. No. But I'm not saying to get 11 of these players out of the league because there is not 11 of these players. Notice when we say 30 goals in the league is exceptional.
But CC, but me give one example with that CC. Me remember when Anderson Cavalier and the Motors and Bala score much goal in a. I mean, I believe nobody. When me get on YouTube, nobody never have no problem with them Bala they get called up. Because them do it, that are the merit. Them sure say them have scored 30 goals and broke almost something. So we, of course, at that time, I never see nobody have problem with that. So me believe say no, them fear CC.
Travis, let me ask you a question. Unseen, right? Yeah. I remember a couple of years ago with the major league, it's full of Jamaican players. You have some come from college and some come straight from Jamaica, right? And these players were starters for the team. They were well sought after. Within the last 7, 8, 9 years, it's a drop off of Jamaican talent going to top clubs around the world, like MLS and so forth. What do you guys think is the drop off?
Is it the standard of the league? That's why the player them. That's why the players standard drop, or the world football just grow and leave us.
Make the more answer, Germany. Germany, let me answer.
Yeah.
Germany. Yes, when a player leave your club and go overseas, his future development is up on him and that club that he's at. It's not from the club. So, for example, Karim Paris leave, went to a club, did well, move up higher, then move up higher again, right? So his development now, you would say that Cavaliers did well for him because he went to a club, move up higher. Even Cephas went to Macedonia, tear up the league. A lot of clubs in Europe was looking at him. They didn't go to Macedonia, Turkey, right? Maybe the bad choice he make. So it's all about their agent and where they go.
Yes, they give me two positives, bro. Give me the negative now.
Huh? No, the negative now is that I'm not saying that the clubs them can do better in terms of development in Jamaica, and they need to, especially on the because football is not only playing the game, you know. What you do outside of football,
players also coming back to, right? After a year or 6 months, players coming back, club cut them, right? I'm saying there used to be like that
in the fit of the system. Them go there and them can't fit in the system. Some of the time on the football alone cause it. Them can't manage the lifestyle where them supposed to wake up and do this and do that. The clubs them need to help them at the department. Sometimes on the football alone in the Germany, a man going to one cold place like Iceland, you know, and him pour crack up. And them think they make him come back and
yeah. You need to tell them, listen, right? You're going to have different climate. You need to have this as agent. You have this, have that. This one part, this
Jeremy, that is the development outside of football. It's not passing and control that.
No, we know, but what I'm trying to tell you, right? Look how Tamar Nicholson got you up and understand that, right? Deal with the call. Others players do. What I'm saying to you, silly excuse right there, Anthony. Right there,
it's not a silly excuse, Germany. And like you will go along. You talk about a youth from downtown, well, he has zinc fence and Ray.
So Anthony, Anthony, do you think that be the ban in the winter? Do you think that be the got you with
the comparison sometimes is wrong because next for one man feel you can't feel it.
Anthony, yeah, go let me answer this, you know, go through that chapter.
So what I know, so what I tell me say, if you have some youth, I know raise them right and send them out in the world. We're gonna make life. You don't think they're gonna have a problem? So,
of course, if you navigate themselves.
If you play them not develop properly, Anthony, I don't have a problem.
No, but player can develop properly and still go there go field.
Yeah.
Anthony,
that's not you know, if JPL players go overseas, I know what they left because of racism, brother. Racism. And everybody's trying to
come on, you couldn't go that tree right now, man. Come on, man.
Yo, Germany, you want me to say about in the good? Germany,
I will look past it.
Germany, you want me to get up and say the ball in the good club and not producing good? That's
no, I'm not saying that.
You don't want me to tell you the fact. Of course, there are ballers that go over there that is not good enough. But there are also ballers that went over there and because of factors caused them to come back at the yard.
No, but you said because of the weather, because of the court.
So what is wrong with that? It's not a
factor. Unseen. Who could a solution be for the Premier League to form sister partnerships in Europe where you know the players go to Europe every now and again to get experience to that type of way at an earlier age. You know,
who will go pay for it?
Carl, as I speak, I saw Watos have some academy from Germany with them under 13 and under 15 recently. Go on Watos Facebook and Instagram page, you see. So some teams are making an effort to get into overseas academy.
Well, the next thing enough people don't know, a lot of good ballers stifling the JPL as well. Stay here and don't go nowhere. You understand? Because some of the clubs don't never believe in selling players as well. That's why you never see it.
Another alone to unseen. Remember, say, only speed alone want to play youths, you know. And half of you want Cavalier used to do it. Most of the clubs, them, like Alamont Pleasant, they just want to win. They don't want to play youths. You can't tell you that.
And them about academy. You understand what I mean? So,
Yeah, but Anthony, back to what you're saying, though, right? And to what Travis is saying. To use an excuse of racism and the cold weather, it is dull and void.
That don't make no
Many
sense.
things still live are foreign, and trust
All
me,
right.
we've been
All
through
right.
that, right?
All
I
right,
would
Jeremy.
never, when I'm saying, I would never get up and run because of that, right? And I've seen enough youths come here and go to college for 4 years. Let me tell you, you have some Jamaican guys, right? Get some scholarships in and put some school. They're the whitest part of the earth, right? Them are the only black people. And guess what? Them sucked up for the 4 years to get them degree. So this little excuse about because of the weather and because of racism, come on, man.
Germany. If a player leave Jamaica for the first time in their life, I'm going to one place and never go yet. But very cool, like even say Iceland. Cool? He never experienced certain things. Plus, in there, one team where are the poor. Him two a crack up and all them things. Him can't eat properly and everything. Where think him first, God? First thing he want. He want to come back in yard, bro. I don't care why he want to come back in yard.
But now,
So Anthony, do you think Africa do the same thing too?
Well, I'm not saying that it is right, you know. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying that the development is wrong. Of course, the development is wrong because these players should have that experience of going in the cold from them youth. Because
I see, me and Tennessee never get an excuse, right? We never get the experience, right? Become our friends when we are youth, right? Become when we are big man, right? However, we put up a certain condition, put up with certain things we don't want to deal with just to make it, right? So every Jamaican we are left from yard. Once you now go to Africa or some part or the Caribbean, even at some part of the Caribbean, discrimination against you. Your skin have to thick. You have to learn to deal with this thing. People treat you different. You have to get used to it. So this excuse about because of racism and because of the freaking cold weather. Come on, man.
But Jeremy, everybody's mentally tough, Jeremy.
No, because people come from Africa and go to see
Jeremy, you know, I get to me and say, Jeremy, I agree with you, you know, the development. But you making it look like it was passing and control of them problem. I am saying to you, it is not passing and control, is the issue. Is the issue of the
other factors, right?
Look at now. See, Emmanuel here, everything JPL coming for the program. Christine, here's how. Somebody go Italy, why did he make it? The coach by Trevor in Italy get fired. So a new coach come in, no watch Trevor. That's got everywhere in the football. So coach will pick who they want. So surplus requirement.
All right, may I give you something, right? May I show you. May I give you something, right? Huh? May I give you something, right? Look at Brazilian coaches and look at Brazilian players. How many Brazilian players go overseas every year? Numerous, right? How many Brazilian
players? The most players, TV. Brazil have the most players in our world.
Man, I know.
Overseas.
How many Brazilian coaches just go into Europe? So Brazil is developing a whole host of players, right? But the coaches are facing a barrier in towards getting in Europe. You know why? Europe don't recognize Brazilian coaching bodies. And as a matter of fact, Scolari had to win the World Cup before he could be considered in coaching a team in Europe. So when they say to you, say, even countries as superior in football as Brazil to some of these countries in Europe have still faced certain type of biases to get certain people into certain positions. Example,
so can I excuse that?
Huh?
So can I excuse that?
What do you mean, what kind of excuse?
Brazil coaches are not desired worldwide. Everybody know that.
If you make an excuse,
but me I said to you, sir, why is it that you don't desire a coach that has Brazil, if you combine all of the World Cups, U20, U17, the senior World Cup, Brazil has won the most, right? Brazil has produced the most talent. So if a country produces the most talent, would you not think that that country's coaches and them people who have developed the talent, they are supposed to be started after the most?
Brazil is not known for defenders, goalkeepers, and coaches.
Lie.
Okay, all right.
Lie.
Let me stop. All right.
Right,
but Anthony, you guys are used, right? So racism and the cold weather.
Germany, you are singing on the wrong. You are singing the wrong stuff.
No, but that's what you are singing on.
You are behaving like the world is the world and the factors affect people. You know?
No, I'm not
That's how
saying
you
that.
behave, brother.
But
And
you
football
look
world
for
is just for the
one
persons
thing.
who are everybody if you go at one place and if all right, so a Jamaican who leave to go overseas, then we just make it. Everyone of them to go over they gonna make it. And that's the world run, brother.
Can we cite specific players who are of high quality and who have faced non-football hurdle overseas? Are there specific examples?
But
They
me I
have
say to
seen
you,
us
say,
now. I want to leave in club.
no, but what I say unseen is this, right? They must say the players them not develop properly at Jamaica. But me I say to you, say, if you have a coach where develop players properly, would you not want to be interested in hiring that coach unseen? Eh?
Repeat that.
If you have a coach, right, and the coaches are developing massive number of talents, do you not think those coaches should be sought after
Of course.
across the world?
Of course.
So that is why I tell them, say the world set up a certain way, like certain things, like it's not straightforward as people think it is. The
So
Brazilian coaches are not sorted.
what the Jamaican players them go overseas and they're not good enough? Yeah, it's another talent. Why they come back?
Brother, I tell you, say it is not precise down to footballing talent alone. Why some of the players don't them come back.
Even Tyreek Maggie talk out and one more thing never develop properly at Jamaica.
That's a one person, brother.
If you make so who have a good player and send him where because a Jamaican come from?
Sorry, Maggie got the wrong place. With the wrong agency.
So all right. So if you got Belgium and talented as own say, why not play in MLS?
Him go Belgium with the agency who left him over there on him own. Man, I think way man go do.
So all right. So if he's so talented as according to own, so why not play in MLS?
No, but the problem is Tennessee. You behave like there's no factor that can cause you not to play well, you know?
Brother, you make up too much excuse for people.
When I make up an excuse because when you make up
develop properly, brother.
You like.
You're going to develop players especially in Europe when you never got Europe on a coaching course.
When I make up no story, Bridget, I tell you what it is.
You not make up excuse, brother.
Brother, so the agency never left him over there?
Yes, the agency left him over there, but you're not by yourself. If you're able to, you're one
man. Everybody a Superman.
Brother, let me tell you something. You see the excuse you want to make, as on lame excuse you want to make, brothers. Lame excuse.
It's still a factor.
We're not talking about racism and things like African people no go by their feet racism.
So what? When you compare the people with people?
So, you mean compare the people? So Jamaican people
compare everybody's skin thick like your own.
Everybody have a level playing field.
And everybody have alligator skin.
Them have a your back.
And everybody have alligator skin.
Oh, you know when they go over there and come back and lie, them come back with them mouth full of lie.
And then they say, you want to say that, me not say that.
Brother, when you make up too much excuse for people, brother. If you want something, you have to go there and work hard for it. Nobody never give you nothing. And I'm like when that Jamaican people are messy.
But if somebody send you, if somebody send you to Tennessee,
you realize they're not good enough. And that's the problem. And that's the
Tennessee, somebody send you somewhere and get the experience and understand certain things. You think you just go there and go start up? You think you just go there and go start up, brother?
We have a country, similar to Jamaica in size, like Uruguay. Why don't we look at what Uruguay is doing and try to emulate them? Because the country, Uruguay and Jamaica, are similar in terms of size.
I want to say something to you. Uruguay, football them number one sport now, Uruguay.
The thing people, the Jamaican them, we think sometimes there are some leagues in the world, bro. And we have to understand that European exceptionalism is a thing, right? So we have to understand how some of these things work. I think a lot of times people ignore a lot of these factors. For example, you see, players, and some people might say it's not a factor, but it's a major factor. It's just like if I should say a lot of the Brazilian players who have done well have been players of color, right? And a lot of them, when they go into coaching, a lot of these clubs are not hiring coaches. A lot of them, majority of them, not hiring coaches of color, right? So there are certain factors that outside of football and outside of football talent You will probably
Uh,
make it.
Are you telling me that you have a coach who is of color and hold on. Pep Guardiola is of color. Pep Guardiola is of color.
Yeah.
Right?
Nobody
So
See, I'm make up some lame excuse, see. I stop you.
No, yo, Tennessee, why don't I understand what
Tennessee,
people
ask
Brother,
Tennessee.
brother, we understand.
Sorry.
What wrong with
Black
the
referee in the Premier League, Ansi.
Tennessee?
It's in a
What
black
wrong with the
referee in the
what
Premier
wrong
League.
with
Listen.
No, Ansi. Black referee in the Premier League.
maybe they're not good enough.
Tennessee.
Maybe they're not good enough.
Maybe they're not good enough. I'm not that.
We can't come to the
Tennessee,
conclusion. All right.
No, hold on. Maybe they're not good enough.
hold on,
All
Tennessee,
right. I'm an Jamaica, say. I'm an Jamaica with
Tennessee,
the
hold on.
take over team and a coach and some
Tennessee.
youth. Man have
Tennessee.
no license, nothing
Hold
at
on,
all.
Tennessee.
But
Hold
just
on,
coach a
Tennessee.
team.
Hold on, Tennessee. This is what me I say. The TCC can't say what myself after me say this. This is what me I say. I am saying development is an issue, right?
Of course.
But when we look on development, it's not basically on the field only. It's also about off the field.
Yep.
Jamaica, in terms of off the field, we don't get it yet because the clubs them now partner with clubs outside of Jamaica to get it properly done. So them when they go overseas from them are 15, them are used to the cold, them are used to the food, them understand this. So when they will send them over there in place there, them can adapt, them can manage themselves, they don't go on trials. Because that's what the thing said. Because we don't really have no agent. No, there's the next factor that mash up nobody you them. Somebody you them not an agent, brother. Sometimes the club them send. The players them out there, the club them a dialogue. We don't have an agent. Agent is very important in the world of football. And one agent that do the work with Jamaica, and a coin.
If you have to break it down, percentage wise, what portion of the problem is on the field versus off the field? Is it 70% off the field? On the field is the issue, and 30% off the field, or is it 70% off the field is the issue and 30% on the field? When you assess the average Jamaican player, what do you see? What do you see? Quality? I'm trying to get some to get some metric going.
All right, so you are a mathsman, right? Now you have to ask yourself what type of player go overseas, what people look for from Jamaica. Forwards, wingers, sometimes midfielders, sometimes defenders. Mostly wingers and forwards. We send going forward. We send less defenders and so go overseas. Yeah? Even if you have good defenders, then normally look one way for defense. Fast and robust and them type of forward. Big and strong. So you have to ask yourself that first. The market, which part we do. Yeah, what them want. Cool? Now, in terms of the metrics where you want, it can be 50-50. It can be 50-50.
That's fair. That's fair,
No, Ansi, let me tell you what go on. We have some youth at Jamaica. What we tell them about Lionel Messi at Jamaica. Call them all kind of big
you do it too. You do it about
Hold on.
So you have to be like in
Guess when them go overseas now, in reality hit them, say they're not ready for football.
Coach time here how much I tell them to sit down.
Here we go. When they send them back, them man make up all kind of excuse. What they feel and them a beat around the bush. The player they don't develop properly.
No, need.
Speculate.
No, you have anybody ever come
develop properly.
Hold on. Anybody ever come to you and tell you that and tell you a lie? Anybody ever come to you a lie?
Have you guys seen the interview done by, I think his name is Errol Stevenson or Stevens, the former reggae boy, and he said that I think he went to Asia and he said even though he was bigger and faster than the players I think in Vietnam, they were just passing the ball around and he couldn't take it from them. And in the interviews on YouTube, you guys can go and see.
Yeah. I did watch an interview, yo.
I want things to me now wait for no white man validation to come tell me say You can't tell me say this player is good versus that player is good.
But yeah,
When we know
hold on,
already,
PC.
Hold
I
on,
got
brother. You say you're
my
not waiting on no white man validation, right?
PC.
Why
I
you
got
have
my
to use the
Premier
term
League.
white man? Hold on. Why you have to use the term white man?
So me now, so
See, I agree. No white man validation. I agree with you 100%, brother.
can't use it. Let me can't use it. What's
Hold
wrong?
No,
on.
me ask you, brother. You have your big money can do it. Me ask you why.
I am using the terms to say we're not waiting on certain validation before we can. When a man
No, you
come
say
and tell us
white man. You say
Jamaica
white
players are not. Yeah, a man typing on the
Hold
text
on.
and I said John Wall was teaching us. I will never want to listen. I mean, when I wait man, a white man
Yeah, let me
validation
beat.
to tell me if player X versus player Y is good.
See, man. John Wall a thief. That was going a long time.
No,
Hold on.
John Wall a idiot.
me not gonna say
Hold
that.
on. Let me beat my man with something I'm said. But Errol Seals. Errol Seals, I'm a bridge. I can't come my phone now and call. It's the same thing that we are talking about. My name Reese Long and Reese. I ask him how it go when he come on to Jamaica and play a go overseas. The man say, "Oh, heap of talent there, Jamaica." The issue is, right? The issue is, you see, the coach them a fine, don't believe in you. We give you a chance. Dog them a suffer.
No care what you do. And see, you
See
know,
what
like,
you do. You're not
Say
dog
what
them a
me
suffer.
say. Say
Hold
what
on,
me
just take your point. Yeah, I mean, not giving a chance to finish me argument.
All right, go ahead.
So I said to the man, say, yo, what was the issue? Him said to me, say, yes, him never play no Premier League, you know. Under 21 him play, you know. Under 21 him play with Tivoli, you know. And him go away, you know. Right? Him say when him go Russia, right? He find out say him fast and him stronger than the man them. And the coach said to him, say, you got talent. You got talent.
Wait, the same way I'm
Right?
going to the same exact
Hold
interview.
on.
leave make the man finish now.
Jesus Christ. So him said the man said to him, say, yo, you have to do extra work because we want to play passing game. Move the ball, make the ball do the work. That Errol's even saying, and him saying, have to sit down and learn that and get more technical with the speed we have, and that make him become the player we be in the international market.
and see, the key also, that's why I see me. You don't
So
know
you
one
agree
Jamaican.
with me?
If
You
you're grammar,
agree with me?
that's grammar
You
for Jamaica.
agree?
Him a make it
That's
sound
all.
like, yo, him go there with nothing at all from Jamaica. So you make it sound in the region.
No, but if he had nothing, you would not have been there.
Let's see. That same interview, right? Errol Stevens said, bro, we check some kind of play football. When you go over Asia, man, I was to learn all over again. Right? That come out of mouth. Right? He said, yo, the passing, yo, we couldn't understand what them are doing. Right? So when you are, so the
Bro, under
point,
21, the man play, man never play Premier League with Jamaica, you know?
Again, you have to learn to adapt to your surrounding. If you can adapt to your surrounding, you're not going to make it no at all.
So what I'm telling you, see, when I say a while ago, I say the coach believe him, man, say the coach believe in him because he have the raw material what the coach want. I
So
just
you
forget
tell me,
him.
say Tariq Maggie that Belgium boss
So
and about 3 coach come down, none like him.
for example, Jamaica team now.
Tell us it. McClaren lazy, man. For JC days, man. Lazy. That's a problem. Lazy.
But that me I get to job with some of my man them lazy. And
Peter Lee was like same thing.
People them.
So I ask you a question, Tennessee. When Algrim to tell us that them man can't, them man, if you know why, them man kick with the ball. Look for McClaren doing a 2 game, 2, 3, 4 session. The man never pass the ball.
Algrim say me not scam out the thing with them.
I've seen him on them all play games, sir.
You would believe
They never thousands.
me ask a
They never
question.
want to play for him.
You would believe say Andre Blake could have passed ball so good for the back.
But you have to adapt. You understand? As when the man go overseas, they will
Alright.
Andre can't do a long time, man. Tell us, Andre can't pass for a long time. Andre is a play for field before he's not a goalkeeper. So people just want dark when they want dark.
A coaching, brother, a coach
Yeah.
gear that.
I'm saying
Yes,
the
the
kicking
perform,
away,
brother.
the kicking away of the ball unseen started from Saturday, right? When it comes to Damian Lowe and Blake, they never want to let go of that. So I guess McClaren come in and kind of change their mind. So That's the only difference right now. But you see, when it comes to JPL ball them, somebody did mention it earlier, because a long time I watch football from Jamaica. The problem is unseen. We can call certain players we star up in JPL and score a lot of goals. We can call them up and try them out when we play the small team. Them, I'm not against it. If them do well, yeah, we can bring them in the big tournament. But the other backdrop why a lot of people don't even really care if it happens or them against it. Enough of them are come up and them see when time baller from certain part in our country are going good because certain baller play for certain club and them get caught. And that are going from a long time. One time, I remember one time Portmore went back to back and them have a keeper, Caroline Walton. And the man never play for Jamaica. And him basically locked down his thing around the back. 100 of players named me can call who was ready to play. And them just pick and choose who them want to send to national team. So that's why a lot of the fight they come up when it comes to JPL players.
Tennessee, the area like live long and just like call me, you know.
Being in the age of social media, where everyone on a smartphone with a camera. Are we saying that we have players in Jamaica who are being overlooked in this day and age?
First players will never get the opportunity.
No, hold on now. What's your name?
Call me reviewer.
Okay, reviewer. A lot of time I've been listening. You hear somebody talk and you skip over what the person said. You didn't understand to listen. You basically understand already to respond. I'm not saying that there's a lot of players being overlooked. I'm saying in the past, when we bring up players from JPL to go in our national team, over the course of the last 20 years, or even further than that, a lot of ballers were better than the players that them send up to go national team. I'm saying that's why a lot of people always not really side with it, because if you call a JPL caller, then call the best proven baller. Don't pick and choose based on which club the player come from.
You remember Tuffy and the situation?
Carla,
I agree. But what I'm saying is that that was in the past. I am trying to figure out if we have solved that problem. Have we solved the problem? Are the men being called up? No.
It not solved. Because enough baller there JPL now. We can already play. Me not go call the name because it all start to work. We can already, where you would have consider ready to get a try in our national team when it comes to, let's say, we are play against the small island, them around us, when we can try them out. And yet you will still see certain players from certain clubs get the call up over them. So that's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
That's fair. So like when name Alex Marshall. Alex Marshall is a good JPL player, but when you put him overseas, him don't really perform. And Unseen Sports is and that's a JPL player. So why people feel like Unseen Sports bias? I mean, I tell you about a JPL player now, but me think him get enough chance now in the national. Try out that is Alex Marshall. Yeah, we want somebody else now. You get the answer?
Yeah, and then look at Trevante Stewart, because a lot of people saying, well, if he scored 30 goals in a JPL, it might be one goal. Yes, that can be true, right? But remember said Trevante never got national team first. The man signed straight out of JPL and got Italy, even though it didn't pay off. It no means that for the other players them in a JPL we are do good now. It no means just right them off. You can bring like Carl Dunn wanna talk about now. We can bring Dunn when we play against a Guyana and see how I'm going. We basically judge them and try them and see how them perform. We not say bring these players when we got a tournament or World Cup qualifier where we need to win. Nobody is calling for that. And anybody who is calling for that is a madman.
I want me to say, right? Look at a player like Kenry Campbell. How you can call a man from JPL and Kenry Campbell overseas a play good and he can't get a chance back then?
Yeah, that's what me I talk about, man.
No, but I will coach one.
Because Kenner can be the coach thing.
I understand that, All the coach wants.
Travis, you hear me? Member say,
Yeah.
Kenner can be alone, Member say, we not
We
talking.
know, man.
We know. We are
Yeah, we know.
We are back.
Yeah, we know.
Can choose.
Choose, yeah. All right. Every time now. All right. Put more half of you.
Pick up gun and stuff like that.
All right. Got put more half of you so I have a strong goal for football. So I feel them players alone used to get called back then. You remember? When the 90s come up. 2000. When the captain run things. Just half of you and put more all of them. Always in the national team from JPL.
Yeah, so may I say that's why a lot of people have when certain people hear about JPL about coming up, they must say, all right, XYZ never get called for a way back when. And it's been a pattern, and I really something where JFF is looking to solve that problem, because them more players fit actually come out and go do good. Then just call the better player them outside JPL and top player.
Yeah, but here, the difference now, if you prove so players can get a chance to go to USL, go make a money, go to Serbia. Because last year, much players go to JPL, they eat a food. You know what I say? It's like a widespread. Like back then, we have this coverage right now. Since Christian has take over, it kind of market differently. So players get a chance. Because you look on this youth from Waterhouse. When they on left side the player. Singer up, Ram up, one of them country there. I just look up season, left on it. I got Waterhouse have a good season.
The world can't come to Jamaica now, and I see.
Look how much Caribbean players in our league, First time I need to be around here on.
Yeah, we are in Trinidad. Nobody are come to Jamaica, brother.
Jamaica, right.
And more investors, and then I hear some more investors that come to Jamaica from different countries to invest in a club.
All right, the Dream Entertainment, big old entertainment company, take over Arnett, And they're already day-to-day running management part IT. So I think they take time gradually and get improved in terms of clubs.
I love the club, them, and I love the thing, and as you said,
right.
Money I got there to make in the future. People are look on it.
Right.
Look for a Mount Pleasant boss. Supposed to never believe in it.
All right, Auntie.
And then man, they have money, man, they could have got anywhere else in the world, could do him one.
Yeah.
We should have about 13 more man like him and see. I love them.
Man, them on YouTube, and some of the man, them, we are talking about the man, them could and come pull up some money, the man, them like Jeremy and them man.
They don't do that, man. They don't start. Listen, Unseen. Don't for them just come on YouTube and talk. They not, all right. We know man I chat. Unseen, when we have a match, man, they send me ticket to me and my friend them. We have to call their name. I tell you that. I tell them, man, they love Jamaica.
I personally feel that people should not look on players and say they're not good. There are more. There are words to use to describe a player, and the Jamaican people and the Jamaican fan can be very harsh on players. So I observed that over the years that the way how we talk to the players and talk about players, it doesn't help.
Bro, we can talk about the thing, but we're supposed to help too, man. Because at the end of the day, this is our one, brother. This is our one. This is what we can micromanage and fix. We can't fix the ball them with the England.
That's why I said that support teams.
An idea. Hold on. An idea could be, maybe the Jamaica and the JPL club. Some of them can put the club on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, and people buy shares in the club.
Malaki said JPL don't like mafia. Say I saw the club. Malaki, you're not smart already. When captain alive.
Hold on. I gave a proposal. What do you think about that proposal? Having some of the JPL club and the Jamaica Stock Exchange. With Jamaican people to
Stock Exchange, Marcy. Some of them are the thing.
I'm gonna keep them.
Yeah. But Carla, none of them are called in a club in the community where they come from in that country. They don't start.
Travis, I didn't miss this. Travis.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I'll agree on that. Say the league are improve on that. But I see where the league before, Harbour View, the Portmore, and usually win the CFU. Now we are struggling. So it's what happened?
What happened? All right. Better players was there then. That's a fact. From the 90s. Coming away at that. Yeah, that's the difference. All right, here you know.
The Laxi Thomas, the Thomas Grant.
Yeah, man. We know all that. So 15 of that. All right. Here are the difference of the Marita. These youths, they don't train only when coach watching them train. They train on their own. They want to party and play ball. Their mentality is different. See, so they don't take the game serious. See, a clubs like one person kind of change, in terms of their management structure and pay them more handsomely. That stuff. That's why I suppose that use them around because one person call them a go. Can them get more money than where they are. That's the difference. But what else is all right? Back then was better players. By far.
The league wasn't thinking about you saw better players.
True. All right, every team you can at least the 5 stars. And I know you can't call the hand for your feet. You don't want a star when you want team now. Back in the 90s, every team have a star.
I also have another proposal. With us having so many English-based players coming from overseas to play for Jamaica, maybe they can approach to own some of these local Premier League teams, to manage them, to play integral. Maybe Mikel Antonio can buy one of the teams.
Good point. But at the same breath, I management of the teams them. I will put up get partnerships then.
Yeah.
We have to have a good point at this.
Yeah, and then again, not everybody is good at running a business. You might
all right,
run it in the ground. So, and not everybody, a lot of people try that, and then none.
But Carla, a couple of the players are giving back already.
I know, but I'm not talking about giving back. I'm talking about investing, for example. Hold on. But the proposal, we have not put the proposal to them yet. We have not put the proposal to them yet. Hold on. Because these players as well, they can help with assessing talent. Because they would know what world-class talent should look like. You understand? Because they have that knowledge from the Premier League coming in to know what a top talent player should look like, so they can help in that as well. I am sure Bobby Reid would help. Because I'm sure that
you hear me? Bobby Reid can help as much as they want, but if the people in charge of talent selection don't believe in a Bobby Reid would be wasting his time.
I know, but
hold on. You have to remember part of the issue is over the years we shoot ourselves in the foot by refusing help and turning down players. So it's like a lot of these issues was created by the people who refuse help. That's just a part of it.
I understand, but I'm talking about the proposal has not been tried yet.
Suppose the proposal was there when Sterling first came around. Let's say the proposal was there. Sterling show. Do you think it would have been a welcoming or a turn away? Because as I understand, the player was told that he was not needed at the time. In more harsher terms, they stated they didn't want a race art. So it's tough.
I'm hold on, but what I'm saying is that that was wrong. But we have to turn a new leaf. We have to try again. You know what I mean? And with social media, many other things that used to go on behind the scenes cannot go on today with social media. Because the Jamaican people weren't aware of many of these things.
I'm gonna tell you what the issue now. Alright, look on Treasure Beach. I think money make Treasure Beach drop out of the league. I know money, Treasure Beach full of money. But the minds of the person where spend the money and the player them buy it and then think the cost them drop out of the league.
And I coach never go the first coach with the Rambo. That's my problem. Kind of experience I never know help.
You say Rambo never go. Alright? Can be a factor, can be the truth in terms of the Premier League.
Listen, man. Unseen. We're not persons who have Premier League experience wanted to help Rambo. And in declining.
So what? So that's why I said come down to the mind.
Right, exactly.
So basically, the man they can come to Jamaica and invest and the minds. And look how long it take more peasant to it. So they say the minds, bro. You have to get the right mind. Like a speed and the man that will believe in making money and also win things.
I believe in a youth too. Right. If you give youth a chance.
Give them a chance. You have to have the mind, bro, with the money. You can't just spend money so you don't have a mind back right there. Or some money just want to make some money out of your thing. So what I say?
I say half of your players to send away most ball I know. What change with them to top clubs? It was a send away players.
You see two new teams are coming in the Premier League now, Professor?
Yeah.
Me feel like Grace will not go back, you know.
Eh?
Me feel like Grace will not go back.
You can't about already.
No, Mr. Racing, I think Racing win none of them preseason game when they play against.
Yeah, man, they win, man. They give Moby a 5-2. They beat Moby a 5-2.
Moby?
Yeah, they beat Moby a 5-2.
Oh, remember they sell them best striker and so I don't know where goals that come from.
Well, then by Andre Leslie for Watos, proven Premier League striker, so let us see. And then by Wolver signing. So let us see.
Them play the leave top clubs to go there so now. So boy rough. Maybe see still because coaches I believe so.
Yeah, right, exactly. And the coach have experience in that Premier League already. The coach have Premier League experience already.
Then go give the coach a chance, see when
right.
After that we can say.
But see Chaputan there by some good players. I have two former national players as coach and assistant with no league too. So me not have nobody.
Chaputan smart.
Chaputan have money too. Chaputan have money too, you know that.
But Chaputan smart.
Yeah.
I remember say Chaputan go through a whole heap of things, you know.
Alright, sir.
And then I come back in the league now with Ed pan them body. Certain things I'm gonna tell you, see some of the time I see clubs go down, bro. And upon the field was the issue, you know.
I feel, man. I feel like you know, man. I set it, I feel good. I feel and in the Premier League now, you know, you have to have money, you know, man. And persons will understand the league. Come on, all right, this is a season of 39 games, we got back to 3 rounds. So no football. So we see Moby put out them fixtures. So they have a home team.
Moby look like a transfer.
No, listen to Anthony. No home game of Moby are missing this season. Every game I catch it out of it. And a bumper crowd over there.
Moby look like a transfer team, brother.
Yeah, tell you, brother. All right. I ownership will take over that time. That's called management.
But we think them should still use Dos Santos, brother. I think Dos Santos have made the team play some ratty football this year.
Yeah, tell you, that was a surprise. That was a surprise for them too.
Fun, I think them should.
Yeah, man. Before me left Bobby, you know, I spoke to him at supermarket one day and I reason, you know. And I asked him, I was surprised when this season them put him, brother. I don't know.
Brother, I don't know, brother. So you the China squad. Come on the shot.